Bren Chong Cup is back with an incomparable prize pool of $40,000 and open to everyone. The competition will be divided into 4 regions: North America, Asia, Latin America and Europe, and also in 4 stages. The second will be the regional group stage. Starting on January 9, the 16 players from each region coming from the qualifiers will advance to the group stage, where they will test their potential against 16 players from the Clash Royale Elite. These 32 players from each region will be divided into 4 groups of 8, and in a round-robin format, they will fight to advance to Phase 3. The regional finals will take place from January 28 to 31 and will feature the 16 best classified from each continent. A single elimination bracket will determine the 3 representatives of each region. We will have a world final of the Bren Chong Cup for the first time, where it will be decided who is the best player on the planet. We will have live streamings in many languages: English, Chinese, Japanese, Portuguese, German. In short, that all of you will be able to follow the action. To follow all what happens in the competition, keep an eye on the Revel IMAR social networks and the Appgrade application. Thank Bren Chong for sponsoring this competition and making this event possible. Bren Chong Cup 2. Get ready for the show.
What up? How's it going? What up? Welcome back to the, I guess I can show just fully me. What's up, everybody? How are you guys all doing today? What's up? Happy Sunday. Happy Bren Chong Cup 2 day. Happy Mugi versus Egor day. Yeah, probably the most anticipated match of the Bren Chong Cup 2 is going to be happening today. And oh no, please no. Oh no, I'm looking on the clean feed and it is not loading. It is buffering. There is lag. Oh, the humanity. Please, not one of those streams. Not today. Any day but today. Please. Please, no. Hopefully this gets figured out. Hopefully we can figure this out. This is... Maybe it's everybody. Maybe it's just not on my side. Give me 1 second. Boom, bang, bop, bada, boom, bang, pow. Rain, love, yo, what's up, Ali K? What's up? Quesadillas, what's good? Why are you guys up so early? How's it going, guys? David Andy, what's up? Yo, did you message me about that whole, the friend link? Did you message me anywhere about that? Hey, man, it's 6 in the morning. I can't sleep. 0. Wait, does that mean you haven't slept yet, or does that mean you woke up and you can't go back to bed? If you woke up already and you can't sleep, maybe that just means, okay, wait, the live feed died. Oh, the humanity. Oh, not like this. Hopefully that just means it's okay. It looks like the live feed's dead. It's only 13 minutes. It's a 13-minute video. That's it, boys. That's all. No, I'm totally joking. I assume there's a little bit of technical difficulties happening on the one side. Hopefully that will be fixed. Yeah, okay, everybody said disconnect and everybody said sorry, needed to reboot. No worries, no need to fear, because Cash is here and Bren Chong Cup is here. Yo, Jade, welcome back. How you doing today? What's up? What's shaking? How's the day been for you so far? All right, I guess how was yesterday, because most likely today's just starting, or maybe a lot of people have already finished Sunday. So how's the Sunday looking for everybody? How's the future looking if you're living in the future? Yo, shitted Asian, did I say that right? Fuschided? Yeah, what's up? How you doing, Asian gang? Yo, this is going to be the end of the Asian group stages, the Asia group stages, and I am so very excited. This is, I think this is the perfect end to a perfect group. We have seen so much competition. We've seen so much drama, great Clash Royale, close games, and everything in between. We have seen it all, but we haven't seen Mugi play Egor. We're going to see that today. We're also going to see if Pandora gets a loss. Yes, not even just a lot, like a losing set, not even just putting a 1 in the losing column for Pandora, but giving 1 game away from Pandora. Pandora has yet to lose a game in this group, and that's insane thinking about the caliber of players. Yeah, it's pretty wild to think about this, that Pandora's been doing as well as he did. So we're going to see if Pandora can keep this momentum going into day 2. We're going to see if players like Mugi and Egor rise and shine. We saw Raiki play really, really well in day 1. We'll see if that continues in day 2. And then after that, these will be the last 4 joining the already 12 participants in the regional finals. And it sucks that we have to wait 3 weeks until the regional finals. I want it to happen tomorrow. But sadly, it's not. I can't wait till the day it does, but it can't come soon enough. My name isn't Kevin. Tell me your name. What is it really? What's up? What's good, Kashman? No, not much, man. Not much. I haven't really done much today. I just woke up. I ate some Eggo cereal. I know that sounds weird. I think there was like a special limited time Kellogg cereal where it's like little Eggo waffles. I munched on that. I got my Chewbacca coffee here. Cheers. Cheers to everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Hopefully the feed is good. Here we go. And it looks like we are in business. We're back, baby. Let's bring... Okay, so far it's just Revolamir talking, nothing too crazy. Alex, welcome back. It's crazy that you're here for the morning and the night streams, and you're pretty much here the entire time. Alex, much love, man. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Hope you're having a good one. I wasn't able to watch the stream yesterday. Can tell me who moved on? Thanks, Reyes. It was KK. It was... who came? It was Sandbox. It was... Who was even in the group stage yesterday? It was KK, Sandbox. We got... Griku, and then there was one more who name is escaping me. Guys, who was it? Give me a sec. I'm gonna just see what the name of my stream was yesterday and see what players were in. I'm drawing a blank on the last player. It was Hajime. That's correct. It was Hajime. Hajime was the last one. He didn't have a great first day, but he had probably the best second day he could have had. It was perfect gameplay coming out from Hajime, and he's one of the guys I'm very excited to see in the next stage. I think he's got something to prove. He didn't have the greatest CRL, at least the end of CRL. I think he had a great start to the CRL. He did really, really well in CRL East, but I think he wants to prove himself in CRL, in just CRL in general, just prove himself on a bigger stage, because in the World Finals, I don't think he did what he wanted to do. I think he has something to prove still. What's up, yo, Roger, what's good? How are you doing? What's up? What's shaking? How's everybody's morning, by the way? Steven, yay, Cash, how are you? How are you doing today? Hey, what up, Mr. Cash? It's not Mr. Cash, it's Dr. Cash. Get it right. One of these days, I'm going to go online. I'm pretty sure you can go online and get a doctorate for like in a month, and it costs like $500. I'm tempted to get a doctorate just so I can call myself Dr. Cashman. It's like Dr. Mario. Mario, great, amazing, 10 out of 10. But Dr. Mario, that's scary. There's a reason why you don't see Dr. Mario running around trying to get Princess Peach and defeating Bowser. It's because he's already done. With a doctor, nobody wants to deal with a doctor. You can't battle a doctor. He's invincible. Also, Chax BR, thanks so much for the follow. Welcome to the Cashman. Dr. Cashman, I'm in the future, right? 11 p.m. at night on Sunday. Stop living in the future. That's cheating. Come back to the present. Or what's that movie called? Back to the Future. Why is it called Back to the Future? Don't they only go to the future once? Or maybe they go to the future multiple times. I don't know. I haven't seen Back to the Future, which is insane. That's one movie that I'm definitely due. All right, we got the standings here. Let's check these out real quick. So yeah, look at this. Pandora, 4-0, which is great. But look at the win percentage. 100%. 100%. Pandora hasn't lost. This is Pandora's mini account, so it's called Subdora, or maybe an alternate account. But this is the account name. Whatever the account name is that they're using, they put in as the player name. But that's Pandora. That is Pandora. RaikiJones also has not lost a set. Has lost a couple of games, but still. And then we got Egor, we got Mugi. Right now, I could see the number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, all those players making it to the next round. All 4 of those players have been playing amazing, and I can't wait. How come they said Back to the Future when the future is forward? Yeah, it's weird, eh? Shouldn't they say back to the past or back to the present and then let's go towards the future? I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's one of those things that those are the reasons I stay up at night. Those are the reasons why I can't sleep. Mystic, bad. What's so bad? Mystic, your day's bad. Hopefully you're doing okay. Hopefully the Sunday's good. Hopefully it's gonna get a little bit better with a little bit of cash, a little bit of clash, and a little bit of what's another word that rhymes with clash and cash? Stash. Oh, the stash. And his stash and mash. No, dash. No, that doesn't make sense here. Fash. No, that's not even a word. Okay, I gotta work on my rap game. My bars are not doing well. Kevin, drink water. I got you. Wow, we're already going into the first game. Mugi too. Woohoo! We're getting spoiled. Is it just me or is there zero volume? Hopefully that comes in soon. Who are you most excited to see play today? For me, it's Mugi. I'm always excited to see Mugi. Watching Mugi play, he always does something where I'm like, oh, that's what I should do in Clash Royale. It seems like he's always the one. If there's an innovator, if we're talking about someone that maybe does something a little outside the box, it's usually Mugi. Surprisingly, RaikiJones has been playing really well as well. I'm excited to see Raiki. I'm always excited to see Egor. He always comes out with some ridiculous decks. We saw him play. No, we didn't see. We saw. Who did we see play against Egor? Egor played a ridiculous deck. I can't remember what it was. But who was the player that played against Egor that played a Lava Hound giant deck? Someone played a Lava Hound giant deck and won, and I can't remember who it was. Once I see them, I'll remember. I'll remember who it was. Wait, we got all the names on the side. It was Rad. Rad was the one. Rad played a Lava Hound giant deck against Egor and won. It was awesome. It was awesome. Have any of the games involved Mother Witch? We've seen the Mother Witch twice. And both times it was in the same deck. It was a bridge spam deck. And both times it took an L. It's 0% win rate. It's the opposite of Pandora. The Mother Witch is not doing well. Not doing well. I wonder if I can get the juice up a little bit. Can you guys hear it? How's the sound? Reinhardt is bait. Hello, what's up? Is Han? What's up? I thought you was late. No, I'm never late. I'm always early or on time. Yeah, let's go with on time. I'm always on time. Whenever I show up, it's perfect timing. I make that perfect, crazy entrance. I do like my little KK pose as well. It's amazing. It's amazing. I gotta catch up. I'm just gonna say hi. Everybody in chat, did I miss anybody? Karoom, what's up? You have 25 bucks. That's a weird flex, but okay. I like it. What are you gonna use that 25 bucks on? Burrito? 2 burritos? You know what they say. There's only one thing better than a burrito. 2 burritos. Yeah, that's wise words of cash. There's some great prophets out there. Great quotes from people. MLK, Gandhi, Cash comes out with what's better than 1 burrito? 2 burritos. Graffiti. Hey, Cash, have you played League of Legends? Yes, I have. I used to play it so much. All of my grade 9 was pretty much dedicated to League of Legends. I don't really remember much of grade 9 other than League of Legends. I played it so much where I kind of had to decide, am I going to play League of Legends my whole life, or am I going to continue my career in school and maybe go to university? And I decided to quit League of Legends because I played it too much. Looking back at it, I probably shouldn't have quit it. It's kind of a big deal. In Denmark, it's 1 p.m. here. Morning. Yo, Hardwire, good morning. Nice to see you guys all again. Hope you guys are having a great day. Hope you guys are having a good one. This is my favorite group. Yeah, this is easily a fan favorite, and quality-wise, I think that's also a favorite. It's weird to see this deck, the deck that Mugi's running, this double barrel deck. It's seen a lot of popularity recently, and we've seen it have success, but at the same time, you got to really figure out ways. If your opponent has, like what we're seeing, a Goblin Cage for the Skeleton Barrel, it pretty much makes it obsolete. You really got to be unique. I don't think it's the Skeleton Barrel or the Goblin Barrel that's going to be the way Mugi wins this. If he wins this, it's usually we see the Dark Goblin. The opponent either makes a misplay on the Dark Goblin gets a lot of value, the Dark Goblin gets a lock on tower, and that's going to be GG well played. This is a problem, though. Because now that we're going into triple elixir, this is where it's RaikiJones' kind of time to shine. This is where you can build that big push. Yes, the Dark Goblin's really good at dealing with these graveyards, but it's not perfect. And let's see, maybe Raiki can figure something out here. Most likely we're going to see Raiki go in. Oh, wait a second. It's a fireball. RaikiJones has a fireball instead of a poison. That makes it a lot better. That makes it so you can get rid of the Dark Goblin a little quicker. And as long as Mugi can just get a little bit of chip damage, maybe the Skeleton Barrel death damage on tower, which he does, that's really good, and he gets the log damage, as long as he can just keep doing that, maybe he can keep this league, but most likely not. Fireball comes in, Dark Goblin dead, a little bit bit of chip damage on the tower. Really solid defense, just going with the Royal Delivery and the Electro Spirit late. Still has to finish cleaning up this. Right now, I could see RaikiJones going in with another Graveyard. Yes, another Graveyard comes in, 25 seconds. He might be able to get to another one, which is insane. Fireball comes in, just trying to get as much damage as possible. This is a weird situation for Mugi. He was in the lead the entire game. He has now lost the lead. Now the pressure is... the ball's in his court. He has to do something. Problem is he can't do anything. He can't. He doesn't have a big spell. He has the Royal Delivery to help on defense. He only has a log, and right now, RaikiJones is going to win from cycling alone. This is the problem. This is the problem with Double Barrel. I really don't like this deck personally. It's a fun deck, but it hurts when you play a matchup like we see RaikiJones. The deck that he came out with is, it seems like you can't do anything. And the fact that Mugi made that game that close is still very impressive. Very impressive. Gotta go, Cash. I don't want to get beat by my mom again. Jake, yo, if you gotta go, no worries. Good luck, man. Good luck. Yeah, really, really, really rough matchup for Mugi. Still a really, really close game, but if you think about it, there's 2 win conditions in that deck, Skeleton Barrel and Goblin Barrel. Well, what does RaikiJones have for each? Well, he has the Ice Wizard, he has the Barb Barrel, he has the Goblin Cage, he has the Baby Dragon. That's all for just, like, let's say the Skeleton Barrel. He has the Tornado also for the Skeleton Barrel. So then what does he have for the Goblin Barrel? Well, he has the Barb Barrel, he has the Tornado, and that's pretty much it. So as long as he saves one of those 2 cards for the Goblin Barrel, and it looked like for the most time he maybe he missed one, but he always had he always had the Barb Barrel for the Goblin Barrel. Yes, it got outcycled a couple times, but still having just the Tornado just in case, having the Ice Wizard, the Baby Dragon, whatever he had. Oh, also he had the Fireball, which could be used now. The Fireball could have been used on the Skeleton Barrel and the Goblin Barrel. That's a matchup you just, I don't think, win if you're Mugi. If he won that, it would have been I just don't know. Refund my question. Ali K, why? What was your question? What's your real name? My real name's Noah. My real name is Noah. Noah is my real name. I should have called... no, my real name is Maximus Primus III. You guys know that. Yo, Cash, happy weekend. Yo, Joshua Eric, happy weekend, man. Hope you're having a good one. Hope you're having a good day. Happy Sunday, everybody. It's probably because they time travel frequently. I gotta watch that. That's gonna be one of those movies. I gotta start making like a list of movies I haven't seen, because there's a lot of like classics, I think, where everybody's seen them but I haven't. So then if I meet someone that's seen that movie, wow, Mugi's going with lava. Okay, just Lava Miner. We didn't see this deck at all yesterday, but this was probably one of the most common decks we saw last week in day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. It kind of, we haven't seen it a lot. This deck that Raiki is using, on the other hand, has been absolutely dominating. Probably the most popular deck. Second, maybe the Electro Giant right now. But both on the European side and on the Asia side, we have seen this deck nonstop. We've seen this deck nonstop. This deck has been everywhere, and it's, I guess, why would this deck be everywhere? Why is this deck so good? Why is it better than any other deck? I think it has a lot of great matchups. I think that's the biggest thing. It has a lot of really good matchups. It's well versatile. Being able to defend both lanes, put pressure on both lanes. A lot of decks aren't going to be able to deal with it, and I think we're going to see Mugi have a little bit of trouble dealing with the left push, the right push, everything in between. A lot of times, especially if he splits if Raiki ever splits the Royal Hogs behind the Royal Recruits, maybe we can see Mugi have to... he could potentially go Barbs one side, Skeleton Dragons on the other. He could potentially as well even just go Barbs in the middle and split the Barbs, so 3 go on one side, 2 go on the other. Mugi, whatever he does, he's gonna have to figure it out, and it's gotta work. Cash, Clash, Stash, Flash, Gasp. Gasp doesn't rhyme with Cash, does it? Does it? I don't think so. It's called Back to the Future because they go back in time and get stuck there and have to figure out a way back to they got to get back to the future, which is actually considered the present. But where they are relative to what they are, they got to go to the... Gotcha. I'm all caught up. That makes sense. That makes sense. Diogo? Yo, what's up, man? Good morning. How are you doing today? What's up? If Mugi had Rocket, Mugi had matchup. 100% agree with that. Diego, I love your stream, bro. Keep it up. Greetings from Germany. Welcome. How you doing today? Guten Tag. I don't know how to say good morning. I don't know how to say good morning in German. How do I say good morning? Diego, how do I say good morning in Germany? Or German. I said Germany. I meant German. Noah's an awesome name. Yeah, no. It's Maximus Primus III. I'm changing my name legally. Dizagachi, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Cash Fam. How's my favorite pro CR player doing? Are you talking about Mugi or are you talking about me? Because I'm doing great. I got a little Chewbacca coffee. I even got a little bit of mixed nuts from Costco beside me, just in case I got a snack, if I get a little hungry. We're going to have a long stream today, so you know what? This goes for everybody. You got to make sure, it's a marathon, not a sprint. You got to keep your energy up. You got to keep your calories, you gotta keep that energy going. You gotta get water in you, a little bit of H2O and whatnot. Wow, this is gonna be a really good push by Mugi. Fireball comes in. He had to choose between getting all the pups or getting a couple of the pups and the flying machine, and always choose flying machine. Always choose flying machine. We've seen so many times where people almost over defend the flying machine just because we've seen it get so much value. Now you can just go barbs. Why not just go barbs there? I wonder why Mugi didn't go barbs. Maybe he was worried about the fireball, but the fireball wasn't in the hand of RaikiJones. Interesting. Maybe it's just for counter push. Maybe he wants the barbs in another situation. But why would you not? Why would you use Goblin Cage when? Because you would want to use the Goblin Cage when RaikiJones does have the barbs in hand. Maybe a little bit of a misplay. Maybe it won't matter. Right now, all Mugi really has to do is just keep going with these miners. Yep, we're going to see another miner. Doesn't get picked up. Barbarrel comes in a little late. Miner's probably going to get one more shot. That's it. And this is oh, wow, that's not good. That's a really bad misplay by Mugi. That's a really bad misplay. That's a really bad misplay. You know what? Shout out to Raiki. Raiki is, he's right now, he is undefeated in this group. And look at who he's played. Soloman, Egor, Rad, and Mugi. Those are probably 4 of the best players in this group. So RaikiJones is proving himself on Ponos. Wait, yeah, Ponos. RaikiJones on Ponos. On Ponos, he was known as a 2v2 player. We only really saw him come out in King of the Hill in 1v1. He never came out in 1v1. It was always either Mugi or KK. But he made a couple of appearances in King of the Hill. He did fine. There was never a sweep of anything like that. But I think RaikiJones is, maybe he's kind of spread his wings and fly. Maybe he's always had it in him and he just hasn't had the chance to show it. Because right now, I think we're seeing the real RaikiJones. I think this is it. RaikiJones is not a name when you look at all these players that you look at it, it's like, yes, RaikiJones is going to win. RaikiJones is going to be the best in this group. RaikiJones is going to not only get far in the Bren Chong Cup, but win the Bren Chong Cup. You probably wouldn't think that. You think of him as, oh, RaikiJones, one of the best 2v2 players I've ever seen. RaikiJones, very solid. Great smile. I don't know if we can say that anymore. I think we have to add one more word to 2v2 master and great smile, and I think it might be 1v1 God, because right now he has been beating gods. GG, well played. That's crazy. Also, Ibash, Hedges, and Saint Nick N, thank you guys so much for the follows. Welcome to the Cash Fam. Predictions, yeah, I can set that up real quick. Start the prediction. We got Debu on the top, and then we got, give me one sec, who will win? And we got Debu. And then we got Soloman. Soloman, he's not doing well. I don't think he's technically out. I think he only has 3 losses. So if he really does well today, if he wins 4, if he goes 4-0 today, he could potentially still qualify. But in a group like this, it's not going to be easy. I think he still has to play against RaikiJones. And he already played against Pandora. I can't remember if he played Egor yet or Mugi. I can't remember what happened. But Soloman, there's a chance, but it's not a good chance. There's not a good chance at all. All right, let's start up this prediction. Prediction is in. So if you guys do not know what a prediction is, in Twitch, there's a new thing where now you can predict on whatever. This prediction is going to be who's going to win the game. So do you think it's going to be Debu on the top? Do you think it's going to be Soloman on the bottom? Well, you choose, and you can choose, and you can wager channel points, which you get by you accumulate by watching the stream, and that's it. And it adds a little bit more fun to the whole Clash Royale dynamics. Oh, I was talking about popular decks before. We were talking about the Electro Giant being really popular, the Royal Recruits, Royal Hogs deck, probably the most. These are probably 2 other decks. Minor Wall Breakers with Bats and Spear Goblins, really quick cycle. And then we got the Giant Skeleton, Royal Giant deck on the bottom for Soloman. both these decks, I've seen this matchup many times, and it seems like the matchup's very heavily favored for the wall breaker player, unless they make a really big mistake. But it's really easy for them to just control the entire game using the knights on the giant skeletons. They can get to bomb towers pretty quickly, and these wall breakers, yes, they do have a lot of answers. I don't like these naked wall breakers. Wall breakers are one of the ways you're probably going to win this matchup. I guess having the fireball makes it a little bit easier to deal with the wall breakers, just in case you can use the fireball to deal with them. And it's not the best trade, but you'd rather the negative elixir trade than, oh, great log. Both wall breakers connect, and just like that, the entire game just shifts in the favor of Debu with 2 singular wall breakers, 2 elixir connects on tower. Most efficient way to deal damage. But it's not easy. Getting those wall breakers on towers, easier said than done. Debu does it like a champion, rolling the log at the exact same time. Hunter comes down, but log nooks it out of the way, and wall breakers just wiggle on tower. Boom, bang, pop. Easy. Easy. Debu has Sandbox's Shadow. He does. That is. Good call. We can play that game whenever there's a silhouette. We can be like, who's that Pokemon? It's Pikachu. Yo, Simple? Yo, good morning, man. Good morning. How you doing today? Happy Sunday. What are you doing up so early? A lot of Asia players are very inconsistent. Like a few from Nova and Soloman and Jupiter King were too. Jupiter King did bad the first day, but did amazing the second day. And not only that, he ended up in second. He went from second last to second, which just shows that no matter how bad you do in the first day, you can always do better in the second day, and you can always still potentially qualify, but you have to do well. Even Elsiop has been inconsistent. Elsiop's been pretty solid, I'm going to go with. He only lost 1. He's, what, 6-1, I think? He ended up 6-1, or maybe 5-2. I can't remember. 5-2 or 6-1. Nonetheless, Elsiop was pretty consistent. He played really well. There have been a lot of guys that have been struggling. I think one of the ones that came to mind where I was really excited to watch was AUK, Aurora. He was a player that, after watching him in CRL East last season, I thought he was going to be a really dominant force when he's in a solo format. I thought there was a lot of players from East where by themselves I thought they'd be really good, but maybe the reason they were good, I don't want to say the reason, because the reason makes it sound like this is all it was, but maybe part of the reason to their success was having the great support behind them. He was part of Nova Esports, and I know Nova Esports has a pretty great analytical team, so being able to figure out the opponent's deck pool, figuring out the best decks in your deck pool to counter your opponent's deck pool is always very beneficial, and we might see that become a very good competitive edge, and just right now in this Bren Chong Cup and in the future in CRL 2021, where now it's a solo format where if you want to get analytics, you want to get that little bit of a support system behind you, you got to reach out and get it yourself. It's solo now. It's sadly Soloman is not doing well in the solo format, which is very ironic. But let's see if Soloman right now loses the first game, not the best matchup. Hopefully he can maybe regroup, maybe play like a comfort deck, just get one win, and let's see if we can get the Soloman we all love to watch. Soloman and Higher were 2 of my favorite players. Not last season. They kind of struggled in CRL East last season, but the season before that, they were 2 of the most dominant forces in CRL East. Part of the reason why Wedgem, also known as WEDGM, I call them Wedgem. I think it's funnier. I think it's better. But yeah, Wedgem made it to the World Finals, and the reason why was because of Higher and Soloman and their play and their dominancy. But we've missed that. Maybe losing in the World Finals was maybe it's got to them. I have no idea. There's a lot of questions, but not a lot of answers. Maybe we gotta ask them. Yeah, Mugi is a S tier. I don't know about God. Who do you say, Christian? Who do you say is like God tier? Are you saying like God tier in general, God tier right now, or God tier? Like what's the tier list? What's the time rate? He's Morden of the East. Who, Mugi? I would say so. I think that's a great way to look at it. Maybe Morden has a little bit more to his name. I think Mugi's really new. He's still relatively new in the whole competitive scene. I think Mugi still has, he's really good. He's a great player. He's great on ladder, but I think competitive is a little bit different than that. I think there's a lot more pressure, a lot more pressure is definitely the big one, but it's just a different animal. It's a different animal. The decks are different. Your opponents usually play, I don't know. We've seen a lot of players go from being great ladder players to great CRL players or great professional players, but if you're looking at Morden, I feel like it's disrespect to Morden to saying they're the same breed. Morden's been to the World Finals too. I don't even want to bring this up. He's been up to the World Finals, got to the finals twice in a row. Sadly, did not end up getting the win, which it sucks to see. But Morden has been doing this for years. Where Mugi, I still need to see a little bit from Mugi. If Mugi does really well in the Bren Chong Cup too, I think that's a great start to his 2021 campaign. If he does really, really well in that, qualifies for CRL World Finals in 2021 and dominates in that, 100%. I'll say Mugi is like S tier, GOAT tier of all time. You can join some of the Surgical Goblins, Mordens, and Elsiops in the Mount Rushmore of CR. But that's all on. I think that's all on Mugi right now. Mugi has it in him. Everybody knows he's a great player. But now he just has to show it. He really just has to show it. Elsiop is God? Yes. Is he still God? I would probably say yes. It's crazy that he's been around for so long and he's still such a dominant force. Underrated AF, but he's the best Asian player of all time. Yes, I agree. Totally agree. Elsiop, best Asian player of all time. If I had to say who's better, Surgical Goblin or Morden all time, it's hard not to say Surgical, but if you're looking at longevity, I think it's Morden. Morden's been around longer, doing what he's doing longer. I think he's got a little bit more, but Surgical Goblin's got a place in my heart. I remember I used to watch Surgical Goblin's Clash Royale videos all the time. I remember like watching him, and it was always he had that star appeal. He had that little razzle dazzle. Seeing him win the World Cup, not last year, but 2 years ago, it felt like a movie, and winning by 1 HP is just wild to see. NCA, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Cash Fam. Annie P, what's up? What's up, Annie? How are you doing today? Taruba, did I say hello yet? Yo, Taruba, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Cash Fam. Welcome. Solo Man is not really a solo man. He should change his name to Groove Man. Amazing. Look at us. The stand-up comedy career for Joshua Eric and Kashman commences today. God tier is Morden and Ruben. Yeah, Ruben's 100% the best, right? But actually, what am I saying? I can't believe I wasn't talking about Ruben there. Ruben's the best I've ever seen. If we're talking about just quality Clash Royale player, he got to a level that's not achievable by... He basically achieved Super Saiyan 3 in Clash Royale before anybody else did. Everybody else is chilling at Super Saiyan 2. We saw in the World Finals, he reached a level nobody's ever got to before. He was so amazing, and I think, I don't want to say single-handedly, but he was a huge influence on Queso not only even qualifying for the World Cup, but also winning the World Cup. 100%. I think IMJP came to play. I think IMJP is a really, really good player, and he clutched up a lot of times. Even players like Kuchiku and Benihu actually did relatively well in the World Finals. I didn't expect it. There were players that I thought maybe were maybe a little on the other side of their career, maybe on the downside. But hey, they put in the work, they clutched up, and it showed. It really, really showed. And that's gonna be GG well played. Debu wins, and Debu's getting now he's 3-1. Debu is now a threat. This is going to be close. I think there's going to be an upset today. If I have to predict, there's going to be a fan favorite either being Egor or Mugi. They're not making it. I know that's a huge, bold prediction, but RaikiJones is on fire. Debu, we've seen him absolutely dominate too. And we've also seen Pandora not lose a game. So that's 3 right there. Now we're talking about 2 others. Egor, Mugi, where are they going to fit? I guess we'll find out. We'll find out now. Oh, why am I nervous? I got to relax. Give me a sec. I gotta relax. My back is... I'm tensing up. I'm getting too nervous. Ooh, breathe, Cash. This isn't even the regional finals yet, too. We can't compare Surge to Morden. Surge was dominant since CCGS, while Morden was a log bait one-trick. Wait, Morden played log bait originally? I did not know that. Surgical also has a world champion around his belt. Yeah, the world championship definitely adds. And now Ruben has one, too. So, like, man... If we had to make a Mount Rushmore, I think right now mine would be... Mount Rushmore is 4 or 5? 4 or 5. What's how many faces are on Mount Rushmore? Because right now I would say probably Ruben, Morden, Surgical Goblin, Elsiop. Those would be my 4, with Mugi right behind. If we're talking about Mount Rushmore, if we want to make it so like this Clash Royale Mount Rushmore, I think it would be those. I think. I don't know. Why is Raiki technically... Raiki should not be in first. Raiki is in second. You cannot disrespect Pandora like that. Pandora is undefeated. He has not lost one singular game in 4 games. Pandora should be above 1. He should be considered 0, X, whatever the integer you want to use. He is miles ahead of some of these players. Oh, I forgot about 8-Bit Smoke. Oh, 8-Bit Smoke lost 4 games in the first day. I thought 8-Bit Smoke only played 3. Losing 4 most likely is going to mean he's out. Same as Soloman. Soloman losing that against Debu probably means Soloman and 8-Bit are out. So now we got a 6-horse race. We got a 6-horse race. There's 4 spots for these horses to make. We'll see. Sad to see God RF retiring. Yeah, he made a funny tweet. He said, there's times where I want to play Clash Royale again, and then I play ladder and I lose to someone with a 5,000 PB or like on a GC, and he's just like, yeah, I'm out. He said it in a funnier way. I think that didn't do it justice, but still, you're right. It is sad. Hey, I'm a content creator for Space Station Gaming. He was always my whoa. I sound like the start of like a dubstep song. Whoa. I'm becoming a full-time beatboxer. It's official. Oh, so this is a big matchup. We got Egor on the top or Egor on the bottom. We got Pandora on the top. And Pandora, I was just talking about how he has not lost the game. Egor, not a perfect record, so he did lose one to RaikiJones, who was also undefeated. But other than that, he's been pretty dominant. If you're looking at that 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, lots of 2-0s, lots of dominancy. And right now we're seeing Egor play. This is such an Egor deck. Such an Egor deck. So Igor's playing a little bit of Mortar. I don't even know what to call this deck. Mortar Cycle. The last 2 cards are going to be Earthquake and... I thought it was Spear Goblins as well, but maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, it is Spear Goblins. Okay, so Spear Goblins come in, and then the last card's going to be Earthquake. And all you do with this deck with Egor is a lot of times you just defend and you just go Earthquake. Earthquake's your big win condition here. Whenever he gets a chance, he'll probably try to get this Mortar a lock once or twice in single. Once he gets into double and triple Elixir, he'll probably just play defense and just cycle Earthquakes. There it is. I guess even before double Elixir starts, he's going to start cycling Earthquakes. And very Egor-esque deck. Egor is I would say, a master at defense. Except he lets a wall breaker through. What happened there? Did the log miss the wall breaker? Wow, that's the caster's curse. And then we got Pandora on the top using a little bit of a... We've seen minor wall breakers a couple of times, but usually you don't see it with the archers. We've seen it a couple of times with the Royal Ghost. I like the deck from Pandora. I really, really do. Pandora is coming out. He's coming out to play in this tournament. He's really showing he's showing that he can play meta, a lot of meta decks, but he can also play a little bit of off meta. And right now, this might be, maybe as long as Egor doesn't make another mistake, I think this is a relatively okay matchup. If we're looking at damage on tower, you get the Miner, which you can pick up relatively easily. The King Tower is activated, so that's going to help on that side. He has the Mortar for the wall breakers, and as long as Egor can just keep doing his thing, keep doing these defenses, and start playing perfect defense, he can probably start getting these Earthquakes cycling and take this lead. Probably within maybe a minute and a half, take the lead, as long as he plays perfect defense. It has to be pixel perfect. Egor a bit overrated in my opinion. Hey, honestly, I totally, Egor has a lot of clout to his name, but not a lot of accolades to his name. And this could be the start of the accolades. The only accolades right now are ladder. And a lot of people disregard ladder just because ladder is like a different animal. There's win trading, and there's a sniping. It's a different animal. But in the competitive scene, yes, he was part of the reason why. I guess he does have a World Finals to him, but that's a season he didn't play at all. He did play in the World Finals and he did actually sweep in the World Finals. So he didn't do, like, he was a big factor for Liquid's success in that finals, but at the same time, I don't know, I'm excited to see it. I think if anybody does have it in him, it's Egor. We'll probably see Egor do well in this solo format. He's a player that he plays off meta decks. His micro is probably the most perfect out of anybody in Clash Royale, and his defense, we're seeing it right now. Now we're seeing a little bit of turn. The turntables turn. Master of Defense instantly messes up. God, yeah, that was bad timing. That was really, really bad timing. Ooh, I forgot to a prediction. I don't want to do one now. I want to just watch this match. I'll do the prediction after this game. After this game, I'll do the prediction because I really want to see what happens with this match. Because this all it comes down to is exactly what I said. It's just defense by Egor, and right now he's playing it pretty much perfectly. Just having the Knight, the Mortar, the Skeletons just cycle, and he's just going to go Earthquake. Earthquake. And if this continues, Egor wins. But now going into triple Elixir, this means two things. So now Pandora can play more units, get bigger pushes, push on both lanes more. Could overwhelm, only having the Knight to pick up the Mega Knight, the Bandit, and the Royal Ghost. You could use the Skeletons on the Bandit, but this could be the start of getting overwhelmed, and we're seeing that. Mega Knight on the left, we're seeing a big Mega Knight push on the right, and now he has to deal with this Miner as well. Miner on the Firecracker, he has to deal with these Wall Breakers. Probably he's going to go with the Log as well. No, goes with the Mortar up high. I couldn't even see the Mortar, it was behind the letters. And right now, Egor, like I said, all he has to do is defend. Maybe go for one last-minute Earthquake. Does he have anything? Mortar comes down for the Wall Breakers on the left. Miner does get a couple of shots, but it doesn't matter. Only having the Miner and the Zap, having no big spell, Earthquake's going to win this. Earthquake's going to win this 9 times out of 10. And it looks like this is going to be GG well played. Just has to pick up these Wall Breakers. Tornado Log, parfait. Doesn't mess up this time. And one more Earthquake, and that's going to be GG well played. Egor gives Pandora the first loss of his Bren Chong Cup journey. Awesome. 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 Awesome, awesome, awesome. That was a very... That was a very straightforward game. It was a game that you could just read out. It was pretty much... It felt like I was reading a book. But at the same time, a couple little twists. Seeing Egor make a defensive mistake doesn't happen often. Seeing that happen maybe gave a little bit of an edge to Pandora. But then we just saw Egor play perfect defense. Like if you want to learn how to defend with these cycle decks, the reason why Egor plays cycle and dominates and ladder with these cycle decks, with decks that you traditionally don't think would be that good, or at least, like, how would you beat Golem with this deck? It might get a little tricky. I've seen Egor do it. I've seen Egor, the most scariest of attacks, somehow defend. And he just gets so much value. The reason why he can do it is because, look at the matchup, too. 67-33. I don't know what the sample size was, but still impressive nonetheless. It's wild. It's wild. He's overrated. I'm excited to see. This is going to be... CRL 2021 is going to be a format where we see a lot of players excel, and we're going to see a lot of players maybe fall out of relevancy, which is maybe a harsh term to say, but I think there was a lot of players in CRL, both East and West, that maybe were coasting on their team, and there was a lot of people carrying the team. And right now we're going to find out who was doing what, because it's you. There's nobody to blame but you. Sure, matchups play advantage, or the matchups and everything else are very, very important, but at the end of the day, this is going to be a little bit of a Royal Giant. Always cycle decks with Egor. Always cycle decks. So we got the Mortar Graveyard, which is another super popular deck so far in the Bren Chong Cup. Really good that Fisherman's just out of range of that cannon card. Just out of range, was able to grab that Bar Barrel, or the Barbarian that was getting tanked for by the cannon. Let me set up this prediction before I forget. I know even though Egor has the win, you can still potentially, honestly, betting on Pandora is not ridiculous. Easily, I can see Pandora coming back. I don't think this is an awful matchup. Is it a great matchup? Probably not. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Let's see what Pandora can do here. I think Pandora might have matchup. I know it's the Royal Giant Mortar. That's a whole thing. But as long as you keep doing these mortars on, you can even go on mortars on offense. Use the cannon card and the hunter to deal with the Royal Giant before it gets over the bridge, and then also as long as you protect your units from getting pulled by the Fisherman, that could be a huge one. I think Fisherman on Egor's side is going to be a huge factor. Huge factor in this match. Okay, let me stop talking. I gotta set this up. So we got Pandora. I'm gonna go sub. Let's keep it concise. Subdora, and then we got Egor. Perfect. Not the cleanest game, but he pulled it off. Yo, Dutch, I think, yeah, perfect. Not exactly what he wanted, but still worked. It worked like a charm. Really good game. Razor got offered to other teams, but joined Team Liquid because he was a fan of Team Liquid. Bad decision. I don't know if it was a bad decision. I just, on paper, they seem to have a really good team. Canario, Razor, Egor, Surgical Goblin, maybe a little past his prime, but you know what? Even a Michael Jordan past his prime still made an all-star team. So, you know what? I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. Clash Royale is one of those things where it's hard to predict what's going to happen. We've seen it in the Bren Chong Cup where people are going to be like, oh, this guy's better, this guy's better, this guy's better. They'll probably all make it through, but we haven't seen that. Right now, we see Pandora and RaikiJones at the top of a group stage with Egor and Mugi. I don't think many people would predict that. And this is going to be, what, is this the first graveyard coming out for Pandora? Really easily defended. Pandora, we'll have to figure out what the last spell is. If it's poison, I think the better one probably would be Fireball. Actually, Poison would be really, really good. Having Poison, so it makes it awkward for Egor to defend. If he uses Bats or Spear Goblins, they're just pretty much going to die to the Poison. Using only the Hunter and the Log and the Electro Spirit might not be good enough. Fisherman doing Fisherman things, pulling in this Knight. Very, very solid defense by Pandora, but Pandora's really got to put on the pressure. Let's see what the spell is. Okay, it's going to be Fireball. This is bad because now after the Fireball comes through, all you have to do is play Bats. Exactly. Play the Bats, and the Bats against Graveyard are super clean. Having the Bats after the Fireball comes in, having the Log to clean it up, having the Electro Spirit. There's so many responses by Egor on defense now, and most likely Egor is going to win this. This is going to be a 2-0 for Egor, 100%. He's been playing perfect defense pretty much since that first misplay in the first game, and I can't see this changing. Egor got first with Motorcycle last season. Yeah, and he also got 9th. He got first and 9th. That's crazy. Bad matchup for Egor? No, I think he's got this. If it was Poison, I think Pandora has a really good shot. But with Fireball, it's so hard to get value. As long as Egor keeps his units spread out. Like, watch this. This is going to be a very, very... Like, just watch the defense. So he plays the Hunter up high. He waits. Fireball comes in. Now he's going to go to the Electro Spirit or the Log to clean it up. And he doesn't even have to use Bats, but he could. That's what I'm saying. He could use Bats. He has so many answers where he can pick and choose what's the most efficient. There, he just went with the Electro Spirit, and I think that was perfect. Goes for another Graveyard, and as long as he can defend this, he maybe has to defend one more Graveyard. So Log comes in, Electro Spirit comes in, not the best Electro Spirit, but Hunter's still alive, doesn't die to the Fireball, does die to Poison eventually, but perfect. Also, look where Egor's playing the Hunter. Always play the Hunter so it walks into the Graveyard. Just don't play it in the Graveyard unless you're really, really low and you just want to use the Hunter as almost a tank for the Skeletons. That's one thing. But so right now you're seeing Pandora play the Graveyard low. This is probably to try to get the Hunter to not be as efficient, because the Hunter, if a Skeleton spawns in a weird spot, sometimes the Hunter doesn't do a good job of dealing with all the Skeletons, and that's when the Skeletons start piling up. But Egor, perfection. GG, well played. Pandora going into this match with Egor was undefeated, didn't lose one game, and now he just got 2-0'd by Egor. But it's weird because we also saw RaikiJones 2-0 Egor. This group is a mess. This group is a mess. It's crazy. This group is insane. Insane. Jut, yo, hello. How are you doing today? What's up? What's up? Hey, Cash, I didn't get my points. Points from what? I can't really see what the point situation is. For right now, I'm doing the whole Egor thing. Which one did you not get points for? The one before? You should have. You should have. As long as you bet on not Soloman. On, what's his name? Debu. So Egor wins that. Prediction is complete. Wow, a lot of people believes in Pandora for the comeback. Such a strange group. This group is a mess. It's one of those things. It feels like I'm watching rock, paper, scissors. And back. Oh, this is crazy. We're getting spoiled. Just watching Egor and Mugi and Egor and Mugi and everybody. RaikiJones, Pandora. Oh, it is just magnifique. Magnifique. I'm excited to see what decks Rad comes out with. In the first day, he came out with some weird decks. He played Balloon Graveyard. He played Giant Lava Hound. So I wonder if he's going to either tone it down. Maybe that was just for the first day, or maybe that was just a little bit of... I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was. But I'm always excited to see Rad. It looks like he's just going with a little bit of Mortar Graveyard. Mugi looks like he's going with Giant Skeleton, Royal Giant. Not the traditional one that we usually see. It looks like he's using Spear Goblins instead of Zappies. Maybe this is a change that could be good. He has the Electro Spirit for reset on Inferno Dragon. Can't really stop that. If you're opponent, you can't defend that. Unless you have a Log or a Barbaro, of course. But this might be cool. I'm excited to see. This is a similar deck that it is a meta deck with a twist. And I always love meta decks with a twist. I think that one card difference could be the difference of getting that little bit of a competitive edge. And in CRL, where all these players are or not CRL, but in competitive Clash Royale, that's all you need. All you need is that little bit of an edge. Okay, new prediction is in. Mugi at the bottom. We got Rad at the top. Predict who do you think's going to win? Who do you think's going to lose? Egor has matchup. Egor had matchup because I think Fireball really made that matchup just over the top. He played it well though. Like even though I hate when people say he had matchup, because it almost seems like you're disregarding it. It's like, oh, he won because he had matchup. He had matchup. Oh yeah, he won because that's not true. Ooh, it's a Hog Rider. Interesting. So now we got a little twisty twist. It's not just a meta deck with a twist. It's a meta deck with a little twisty twist. So instead of the Royal Giant, there's a Hog Rider. Instead of Zappies, there's Spear Goblins. Interesting deck. I really, really like this. I really like this. This kind of looks like the Royal Giant Cycle deck mixed with the Royal Giant Giant Skeleton deck. Throwing a Hog Rider. Just, I love it. I love it. If Mugi was a chef, he would be the one making those balloons that are edible. Those edible balloons. He's an innovator, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. On defense right now, very, very solid. Having multiple fishermen out. This is when it gets kind of sketchy. If you guys have seen B-Rad's YouTube video where he just starts passing the giant back and forth with fishermen, very, very funny. We might see something like that happen here with maybe a couple of knights, maybe a couple of cannons. Who knows? Yo, Cash, celebrate 420. Bob Marley. Is that Bob Marley's birthday? Of course. Shout out to Bob. I actually don't know enough. I just like the soundtrack. That reminds me of the what's it called? I Am Legend. Whenever I think of Bob Marley, it's weird that that's what I think of. I've been to Jamaica for my dad's wedding, but whenever I think of Bob Marley, I always think of I Am Legend, which was a great movie. But it's sad. It's sad. Every little thing is gonna be alright. I'm gonna start crying just singing that. I'm picturing the scene. I can't say it. I'm gonna start crying. I think you guys know what I'm talking. If you've seen I Am Legend, you know what I'm talking about. TTV Big Oof. Yo, what's up, man? Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Cash fam. I don't know, man. I didn't get my points. I didn't get my points. My point badge. You didn't get your point badge, Gupta. Did you lose points? If you didn't lose points, maybe you just didn't get it in on time. You have to get the prediction in the first minute. So maybe it just didn't go through. Maybe. Also, everybody watching right now, if I haven't said hello to you, I've been kind of focusing a lot on this matches just because they've been insane. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for showing up for this. Hope you guys are having a good Sunday. Happy Bren Chong Cup 2 day today. And, yeah, hope you're enjoying. Hope you guys are all having a great day today. A little Chewbacca cheers for everybody watching at home. A little cheers. Speaking of cheers, let's see Mugi get this big win here. Doesn't have to get a hog on tower, but it looks like this hog on the right side tower does get one hit. That's going to be log range. That's going to be GG. That's going to be well played. Mugi. Can I see Mugi and Egor play? I just want to see Mugi and Egor play. Just Mugi and Egor. Come on, please. We have to see it. We have to see it. Wait, did we already see it? Am I a potato? I'm a potato. No, you're a tomato. Oh. I can't remember. We haven't seen Mugi and Egor play, right? Or maybe we did? No, we didn't. We didn't. That comes at the end. I believe that's like one of the last matches of today. Dabber Gabber, welcome. What's up? What's up? How's the Hungary life? My favorite players are Jupiter King, Buffamac, Diego B, and Samuel Basoto. All really good players. Diego B, I think Diego B retired. I think he's out. But Boof and Jupiter King and Samuel, all great. Samuel Basoto, I don't have my Space Station Gaming hoodie on, but he's a SSG boy, you know. Shout out to the SSG, Space Station Gang for life. Fun fact, the guy who was born on 4/20/1969 changed his name to Nick. I don't know if is that real or not. Oh, he changed his name to Nice. Oh my gosh. If that's true, that's amazing. If it's not true, you know what? Still kind of cool. Still kind of cool. So let's see if Mugi... Right now, Rad is really, really close to probably solidifying his spot into the next round. He really, really needs this win because if he doesn't beat Mugi here, he's going to be in a situation where he's going to have to battle. And not only that, but battle against players like Egor, battles against players like Debu. It's not going to be an easy road if Rad loses this to get into the qualifying, getting into the regional finals. Got my points? Thanks. Perfect. I'm going to restart Twitch. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, there might be a little bit of glitches with the whole predictions just because it's relatively new. One Smoke playing. I think he plays next or maybe the game after. One of his games I believe are being played off stream today. So we're not going to see 3 games out of Smoke. We're going to only see 2 out of him today. Best 2v2 duo in Asia and head-to-head player in Asia in the same group. Yeah. Yeah, that's weird. What are the odds? And not only that, they're all on Ponos. Yeah, we got Mugi from Ponos. We got Rad and RaikiJones, who are the 2v2 MVP best. I'm pretty sure they got awards. I think Raiki and Rad got awards for being the best 2v2 players, and I think Mugi got 2 awards. I think he got MVP of CRL East, and he also got best 1v1 player as well, or something like that, along those lines. It's maybe a different wording. How you doing, Dabber Gabber? Living the dream, baby. Living the dream. Just waking up early, watching some quality Clash Royale, hanging out with you guys. This is what I'm talking about. Sorry, I'm blaming Rad. This is what I'm talking about, though. Rad is playing some weird decks. Sure, Mugi played a little bit of an off-meta deck first, but this is next level off-meta. Going with a Bomber, Mega Knight, Graveyard deck. Rad just wants to see the world burn. He just wants chaos. He just likes to stir the pot. He's just stirring, just cooking. I love it. I love it. I brought this up already, but he played... If you haven't watched that, please do. If you haven't seen that... Wait, give me a sec. If you haven't seen any of the... What am I doing? What am I doing? If you haven't seen any of the past streams, if this is your first Bren Chong Cup that you're watching, if you want more, watch on Rich Sladen's channel. All the VODs are there for me, for the Asia region, for the European region. Everything's there. So if you want to stay up to date with everything Bren Chong Cup, this is going to continue with the Latin American region and the North American region. Definitely check out Rich Sladen. I can't speak today. I'm blaming the early wake-ups. But definitely check out Rich Sladen's channel, YouTube channel. It's in the chat right now. I don't know if... I think it might have just been posted today. The first day of the Group D was posted today. So you can see a little bit of Mugi, a little bit of Egor, what they did prior in day one. And one of the players, if you have to watch anybody, watch Rad, because one of the decks, I think it was Rad versus Egor, he played Lava Giant. Oh, Big King Tower activation. Huge. Mugi probably has this in the bag with that. Exactly. Rad is not happy, and I wouldn't be either. Probably Earthquake Cycle coming out for Mugi for the rest of the game, and that's GG well played. Unless Mugi makes a big mistake, but if I'm betting my apples on Mugi, if I'm betting on Mugi, I don't think he's gonna make a mistake. Solid defense on the left side, but it doesn't matter. You don't really care too much about the Hog Rider. You just care about the elixir spent on the left side, which were the Spear Goblins and the Snowball and the Bomber for the Hog Rider, but then also just getting a little bit of Earthquake Cycle chip damage. It adds up quick. I bought more bits for you instead of Pass Royale. Jade, no, don't do that. Bye. Don't do that. Thank you so much, though. Thank you. But Pass Royale do be OP. I love you casting. Veds, hey, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I love casting, so that's the perfect. If you guys enjoy, I love doing this. So this is a perfect little wombo combo. This is a match made in paradise. You might as well put me on The Bachelor, because we do be getting the what am I talking about? I gotta relax. I think I just gotta breathe a little bit. Yahoo, yo, what's up, man? How are you doing today? What's up? How's the Sunday been for you? How's the weekend? I guess is it Sunday or Saturday? Is it Sunday? Wow, I feel like I didn't even have a Saturday, just with double streaming and everything. So one more Earthquake has to come in for Mugi. I don't think Rad can even go on offense right now, and if he does, it's futile. It's one of those things where you might as well just take a knee. You never want to quit, but at the same time, you get to a point where it's inevitable, and just Thanos snap, boom, Mugi wins game number 2. That's going to be a 2-0. So right now, we saw a little bit of misplays coming up from Mugi and Egor. Maybe that's because, or at least in day one, maybe that's just because of rust. Maybe they just have to kind of get their gears going in the right direction for the whole competitive side of Clash Royale, getting ready for CRL. I don't know. They haven't. We didn't see Egor in the World Finals, and the World Finals for Mugi was what, a couple months back, at least 2 months ago. So maybe a little bit of rust in day one, but dang, seeing Mugi and Egor today, they're looking good. They're looking good. Did you know Australians are fake? We are artificial humans that from Argentina secretly. Don't tell anybody, please. I saw a TikTok about that. I believe that. I've never actually been to Australia, so how do I know it exists? I've never seen it before. It could just be a government conspiracy. Best rookie and MVP. Oh, that's what it was. Gracias. Thank you. Pay up the prediction. You are correct. I will do that right now. Right. Pay up, though. Yo, you guys can at least say please. Come on. Wow. A lot of people bet on Mugi. I'm not surprised. Mugi came to play 2 games. He went a little off meta for the first game and just absolutely dominated the second game. Did Rad use Graveyard both times? I would love to get the stats of the decks. Not even the decks, but just the win conditions in the Bren Chong Cup. Because it doesn't look like Graveyard's doing well. The only success we've seen with Graveyard is Splash Yard, and we've seen the success of... you know what? The Mortar Graveyard deck's really, really good as well. Maybe Graveyard's fine. I guess I was thinking after that loss, maybe Graveyard's doing really bad this season. Maybe competitive. We're not going to see a lot of Graveyard in 2v or in 2021 Clash Royale League. I think it's fine. I think Graveyard's fine. I don't know. What do you guys think about Graveyard? Is it in a good spot? Is it a bad spot? Is it dead? Is it still broken? Does it need another nerf? What do you guys think? All right, who will win? We got Debu on the top. A really, really important game for Debu. And then we got Raiki on the bottom. And Raiki's undefeated. He's the last one in this group that's undefeated. Let's see if he can keep this undefeated streak going. Or maybe, just maybe, Debu is going to be maybe a little bit of an upset. Maybe a little bit of an upset, but if you're Debu, you need this win because it looks like Rad's going to be most likely out. With a 1-4 record, it's not going to be enough, especially in a group like this. I think this group is going to be very, very split, where we've seen a lot of the groups like Group B and Group C be very middle heavy, where there's not a lot separating the first player versus the last place player. But this one looks like it's going to be a lot of players with 0 wins and a lot of players with all the wins. This is we got the class, the hierarchy. We got the lower class, middle class, and upper class. And the upper class are feasting right now, and the one that is actually feasting the most is Raiki. I'm excited to see what Raiki can do. He's been playing dominant so far, and right now he's continuing this dominancy with going to Royal Giant, seeing if he can continue it at least. So Debu's going with a Lava Miner deck, but instead of using the Mega Minion that we usually see, he's using the Inferno Dragon. So why would he use the Inferno Dragon instead of Mega Minion? Well, it's most likely for a tank. Maybe he thought Raiki was going to play Splash Yard. We've seen him play that a couple of times, and Inferno Dragon's really hard for the Splash Yard deck to deal with. Having all those not a lot of units to pick up the Inferno Dragon, it usually gets a lot of value. So that's probably why he picked the Inferno Dragon. Maybe just in general, though, it'll be really, really good against this. It will be good against the Royal Giant, but if you look at RaikiJones, he has the Electro Spirit to reset it, also the Electro Wizard, so probably not that good. Probably not that good. Also, the prediction is set up right now for this game, so RaikiJones, Debu on the top, Raiki on the bottom. Predict who do you think is going to win, who do you think is going to lose, and who is going to sing the blues. It goes on and on and on and on. Strange. I'm gonna get copyrighted for that. That was so perfect. I might get copyrighted for that. Little CMDA, whatever it's called, CDMA. What the heck is that? What's that called? I can't even remember. Graveyard only doing bad because players using Fireball. Fireball in the Graveyard decks do work though. It works in a lot of situations because having that like really instantaneous, just taking out the Dark Goblin. We saw it work really, really well against Mugi. When Mugi was playing the double barrel bait deck in his first game, we saw the Fireball come in on that Dark Goblin and get a lot of value instantly, which is really, really good. Barbs up high, Fireball instantly. Does miss one barb, but it is hitting the Fisherman. Inferno Dragon played really, really low, which is what you're going to have to do, just because if you play it too high up, Electro Wizard is just going to make it obsolete. Here, I'm trying to not use a Fireball, but you're going to have to. Oh no, he already used the Fireball. He has to play one more card to get back to it. So now he has the Fireball, but now he's not going to use it. Flying Machine on tower. Wow, GG, well played. Debu, really, really well played. Wow. So Debu played that really, really well, but I think one of the best things he did there was he used one of his resources to probably the fullest, and that was one of the most important resources in Clash Royale being the health of a tower. I think Chief Pat, when I used to first watching Clash Royale, I think Chief Pat really, when he played, I don't know if he still plays Clash Royale, but he always talked about taking a little bit of damage to giving a little bit of damage. But I think we saw a little bit more of that. I think Debu did a good job of combining, taking a little bit of damage on both towers and just focusing on that right side tower of Raiki, and it worked like a charm. It worked like a charm. If you take both the towers, and if you take all the towers into play, Raiki had a full health left side tower, but a really, really low right side tower. Where if you look at Debu, he had 2 really low towers, but it doesn't matter how low your tower is. As long as it's standing, you're gonna win. DMCA, I think it's that. That sounds about right. Graveyard is broken still, you think? Why not just delete Graveyard, World Peace? I don't know if Graveyard's that bad. Graveyard is now completely balanced after a long time. I think I'm more on that side. Anarchy. Like, when I see Graveyard, it's frustrating sometimes. I still get annoyed at Graveyard, but I don't know if it's broken. Is it broken? It's just one of those cards that, you're right, it's one of those cards where I don't think, there's always going to be people that are going to say it's broken just because of how the card is. There's not many cards in Clash Royale where you can build a deck, a defensive deck, and then just drop a win condition on your opponent's tower. We saw that with the Miner in its heyday. When the Miner was really, really good before the 2 nerfs, you could just play the Miner on tower, chip, chip, chip away, and it was pretty consistent damage, especially if you went with a poison as well. That's similar to what Graveyard is. Even if you defend it perfectly, even if you defend it, let's say, with a counter being the poison, it usually does get a little bit of damage. Skeleton spawn on tower, get one shot here and there. Also the poison, if you poison as well, gets a little bit of damage. I don't know, Graveyard, it's a good card. The Voice, Quebec 2021 winner, Kashman. Quebec? I'm from Ottawa. I guess I can go over the border and just chill in Quebec and do a little bit of voice, but I don't know if they'll like me. They speak French there. My French is not the best. I got bonjour, j'ai 10 ans, derrière la chaise. I don't even know what I said. Buena partida. Si. And now, look at this. We got the Royal Hogs, Royal Recruits coming back. This is a deck RaikiJones has been playing a lot, but I can't even say Raiki's been playing it a lot because... am I saying Archer? And the Rebellious Archer, the Firecracker, in one deck? Okay, so it's the same deck Egor played. It's going to be the Mortar Control deck. Really good skeletons there. It's going to be Mortar Control. That's not locked. Mortar's locked on. You need to play something. Barbaro comes in. Debo is playing this really, really well. So this is the same Mortar Control deck, but instead of having the Spear Goblins, has the Fire, or the Archers. And I think that's going to be a little bit better if you were playing against a deck like... maybe this, actually. Being able to split your Archers, having one on each lane. Maybe this is a deck that he was predicting. I think the Archers might be a little bit better in this matchup, but overall, I think the problem is going to be these Flying Machines. The Flying Machines are going to be so hard for Debu to deal with, and if he can deal with them, he wins. If he can't, he's going to lose. And right now, we're maybe going to see this Flying Machine not be... oh, that's too early. That's too early. No, it's not. Perfect. Okay, I got nervous. I thought he played that Knight a little too early. I didn't know if that Flying Machine was going to get into the range of the tower, and if he had to play another unit as well, that's GG well played. That would have been too much elixir to use. RaikiJones would have smelt a little bit of blood in the water and just attacked like Jaws did in Jaws. That's another movie I haven't seen. I haven't seen Jaws. I gotta watch that, right? Is Jaws one of those movies that, does it age well? Maybe it's not worth watching Jaws. Maybe that's a too old of a movie. Maybe. Ram Rider is viable, but high skill cap. I don't know if Ram Rider's high skill cap. It's hard just with the bomb tower. Just with this bomb tower meta that we're in right now, it's hard to get the Ram Rider on tower. If the bomb tower wasn't as dominant as it was, if people were using cards like the Tombstone, maybe the Tesla as well, like it's partly because of the bomb tower. I think that's a big one. Fisherman's also a really annoying card for the Ram Rider to deal with. It's not necessarily just because a card isn't used in Clash Royale, it doesn't usually mean it's bad. It usually means that the cards are popular right now in the current meta are the cards that are countering that card. So right now we're seeing this Flying Machine get so much value. Still, if this Firecracker can get one more shot on this Flying Machine, it will go down, and that's going to be huge. It just gets a little bit of the splash, doesn't get that actual direct target shot. But look at this Flying Machine, it's just living forever. Finally, the Firecracker shoots the Flying Machine goes down. RaikiJones really has to abuse these Flying Machines. He should probably play Flying Machine now and then go for another Flying Machine even. Just really abuse these Flying Machines. Gets the pull, does not get the pull. Very, very cool play. So Debu realizes how important that Firecracker was to him. So he ends up going with he goes with the log and the... Does he go with anything else? How did he kill that the Fisherman there? Maybe the one shot from the Firecracker and the log was enough, but Flying Machine still getting valued non-stop. Non-stop. Right now, Debu is in the lead, but going into double and triple elixir, this is where we saw Egor potentially start to struggle a bit. The Mega Knight coming down the left and the right side lane. I don't know. We'll see if Debu is at Egor level of defense, because right now we know what Debu has to do. He's never going to go with the offensive mortars. He's just going to go with the EQs, the earthquakes, non-stop. And defend. All he's going to do is defend. And right now, going with the Fireball and the Firecracker, I think that's a really, really good play. Getting that off, it's going to be really annoying. Going with the high Archers is interesting. Maybe trying to pick up the Fisherman. Maybe. Fireball comes in again, takes out the Firecracker, takes out the Mortar, and gets a little bit of damage on the tower. But right now, you don't need chip damage. You need a big shot. You need a lock on with your flying machine. You need a couple of hogs on tower. You need a Mega Knight jump on tower. You need something if you're RaikiJones, because right now this is going to be his first loss of the set. And just like that, Royal Hogs on the right side. 2 Royal Hogs get a decent amount of damage. Another Royal Hog comes on tower, and maybe this is a little bit of weakness. RaikiJones goes in for another Royal Hog. All he needs, really good prediction with the Barb Barrel. The mortar, it doesn't matter. Even if it did shoot, it was going to shoot the right side, not the left side. Good tornado pulls everything back. It's close, but that's not going to be enough. Debu can probably get to another Earthquake, maybe even 2, where RaikiJones can most likely just get to a Fireball, and that's not going to be enough. GG, well played. Debu, 2 up, 2 down. Debu is legit. Debu's a really good player. We can't, I don't want to get Debu out of the running. We could easily see Debu qualifying in this regional finals. He still has to play against Mugi, and that's going to be his last match of the day. But if anybody can do it, I think Debu can. He's proven himself. He might just be Sandbox. Debu might just be Sandbox. I know he has the Sandbox silhouette, but he's playing just as good as... Okay, that's a little cash combat. Relax. I don't know if he's playing as good as Sandbox, but he's playing well. What a game. Great game. Great game. It's weird because theoretically that game was very similar to Expo, where one player just played defense, and the other player had to go aggressive. I hate watching Expo. I find it's very, very boring. One player playing defense, one other person only going on offense. I like the kind of the to and the fro, the yin and the yang. So I don't know why, but I liked it. Maybe just because I like Mortar. I'm biased like that. Which Mortar deck is better, the one, this one or the Skeleton Barrel? I think the best Mortar deck by far is the Graveyard one. Alpha Wolf by far. If you're talking about more of like a Mortar, I don't think the Skeleton Barrel one's good. The Skeleton Barrel got a pretty substantial nerf, and it's a deck that worked when it first came out. That Skeleton Barrel Mortar deck, now it just doesn't really work. People know how to defend it. Bait's one of those decks where it's usually really matchup dependent. If your opponent has the spells and has the resources, the splash damage to deal with it, it's pretty hard to win. It's really hard to win. Yeah, seems like Elsiop Magic Archers always delivers him pure skill. Yeah, Elsiop's Magic Archers are always so fun though. Like Magic Archers, it's so easy to make a mistake with the Magic Archer, where you play a Magic Archer and for some reason it feels like you get negative value. You play it and it's just like, wow, that did nothing. It's not doing it all what I wanted. But every time Elsiop played the Magic Archers, it seemed like it got value, and then he added it with the Tornado, and it just multiplied the value of it. It was wild. It was really fun to see. Did I do a prediction for that last game? I can't remember. I did. Okay, that's good to know. So everybody bet on Raiki, the guy that was undefeated. I would assume so as well. I probably would have bet on Raiki as well. But Debu, 2-0's Raiki. This is what I'm saying. This is gonna be a close one. This is gonna be a buzzer beater. This is gonna be a real buzzer beater. What is Revol doing? What's this? It's time to stay and go YMCA. I don't remember who's playing next. We're getting close to Mugi and Egor, and if it is now, I'm gonna cry. Oh, this is pretty much what everything's been leading up to. It's happening, Cash. It's happening. Don't panic. Don't panic. Oh, this is it. This is what I woke up. This is why I was excited to wake up this morning. Oh my God. This is it, boys. This is not a drill. This is not a drill. It's weird even typing this in the prediction. Prediction time. Mugi, Egor. It's happening. This is it. This is what everybody wants to see. This is the match everybody wants to see in the Bren Chong Cup, the Asia. Everybody. This is it. The two best. Arguably two of the top 3 best players in Clash Royale battling it out. They're in the same group, sadly, but we might see both these people qualify. Most likely we will see them qualify. We'll maybe see them in the regional finals. Maybe we'll see both these players again in the world finals. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. Oh, this is going to be insane. I'm a big fan of Mugi, great player. Alpha Wolf, I totally agree. But Egor, he's always been... If I have to pick one right now, it's Egor. I know I'm a caster, and you're like, hey, don't you have to be unbiased? Igor is my dude. I've watched Egor when I was learning Mortar myself, and I've watched him pretty much ever since. Seeing what he did in the World Cup is awesome, and seeing what he did with Team Liquid, keeping them pretty much afloat, giving them that little bit of... He was the what is it called? The defibrillator on that heart that was Team Liquid. Every time he came out, he was that one person that just, poof, clear, give it a little bit of life. Is there volume? There is, but it seems really quiet. Has it been this quiet the entire time? Has it? Maybe I should have turned that up a little bit. Oh shoot, Mugi versus Egor. This is it. This is gonna be good. Oh yes. Get ready for a very. I'm gonna guess that both these players are gonna be playing cycle decks, and both these games are gonna come down to chip damage. And right now, I don't know who has the quicker cycle, because that's what it's gonna come down to. Both players have Earthquake. Both players have Log. Right now, Mugi has the lead, and that's a really big lead. Having a lead in a matchup where I don't know what the cycles are, the cycle elixir average is of these two decks. Because whoever has the cheaper elixir cycle probably wins this. And right now, if you're Egor, you probably want to play your cheapest cycle. But having your what would his last card be? Egor's last card's probably the Royal Delivery, which is a dead card. Egor loses this, sadly. Egor, I think, loses this. Unless he can get a hog on tower, I think he loses this. Because right now, Mugi can go in like this, but yeah, I don't think he cares about this hog getting on tower. All he cares, oh my gosh, it gets on tower. Boom, one shot, and that's a huge shot. That is probably the shot that just puts the key in the lock. He locks the door, and Egor's on the outside knocking, being like, do you want to build a snowman? And Mugi's like, no snowmans today. Oh, but wait a sec. Egor does get one shot as well? I couldn't tell if that shot came in or not. This game gets a little closer. Okay, now Mugi, he's unlocking the door for Egor. Maybe he's thinking about building a snowman. Royal Hog coming in, good Earthquake. Is that going to be enough with the Electro Spirit? Is that stun in the DPS? Has to go with the Log as well, but I don't know if he needed the Log. Right now, Egor is pushing open this door. Mugi's trying to hold the door closed, but Egor is just breaking through. And it's crazy to see how he's doing it. I really thought that Mugi had a quicker cycle. He had the spell damage. He can get to more bomb towers quicker. I thought this was going to be a game that Mugi would maybe win, but not easily. You can never win against Egor easily. But look, these Hogs always seem like they're getting close to tower. And just like that, Egor's in the lead. All he needs is just 2 more Earthquakes and a couple of Logs, and this is going to be GG well played, where Mugi, now the ball's in his court. There's the first Log. Spear Goblins up high. Probably just, he wants the bridge block with the Spear Goblins, just so if the Hog comes through, the Bomb Tower and the Tower, the Princess Tower, will be shooting the Hogs. So Hunter comes in, really, really good placement with the Hunter. I don't think this Hog should get on tower. No, Hog doesn't get on tower. Earthquake, one more Earthquake for Egor, and this is going to be GG well played. There is a Bomb Tower in the hand of... No, he ends up going with the Hunter instead. Really, really good play. That's GG. He doesn't get the... And that's what I'm saying. The quick cycle. We saw it right there with Mugi. He was able to... It looked like he had 2 Logs at the same time. No, he didn't have 2 Logs, but it seemed like it. He was playing it that quickly. Really, really, really well played. Problem was, Egor had to use Elixir on the Hog Rider. He had to use 4 Elixir for that Hunter to defend the Hog, and because of that, wasn't able to go with his Earthquake. And Log beat Earthquake by a little bit there, and that's GG well played. Let's go, Mugi. That Spirit, though. GG well played. GG well played. That's crazy. That's crazy. E-Spirit Chain, man. Wait, what? I want to see that again. Let's watch the ending again. Let's watch the ending. There was a lot of things happening, a lot of moving parts to this cog. So this is it. This is when he went with the bridge block with the Spear Goblins. Still think that's a good play. I don't know what he has in his hand. Okay, so right now, all you need is 2 Earthquakes on the side of Egor. So this was a solid defense. Oh, you're right. You're right. Would that have mattered? I think it was in range no matter what. How much does the E-Spirit do? E-Spirit does what, 82? Oh, the second E-Spirit. Wait a second. I didn't even notice that. Not only was it 1 Electro Spirit, I was focusing on the spells. It was 2. It was 2. It was the one, there was 1 at the first push, and then the second, I didn't realize the last push as well. Gets the King Tower activation already. What is this gameplay? Is too good. Relax. Take it easy, guys. These people watch way too much Rick and Morty. This is that 10,000 IQ. This is levels too far. And now we're seeing Egor go with Mortar bait. It's gonna be the Mortar control problem. I was assuming this was gonna be like the Valkyrie Musketeer, but having the bats and the Spear Goblins, it looks like he's going for a little quicker of a cycle. So there was a lot of things to unpackage in that last game. Saying misplays, I don't think is possible in that last game. I don't think there was a little bit of misplay. Sure, you can say that the Hunter was a misplay because what Mugi did, but I don't think it was a misplay. I thought it was a good play at first. So it is going to be Musketeer. It is going to be the Valkyrie as well. I don't know if that Hunter was a misplay. I still think it was good, but maybe what Egor had to do was he saw the Electro Spirit gun on tower the first time, and then he did the exact same play again, and Mugi punished him for it. So maybe Egor has to be a little bit more reactive on the fly, because Mugi's really good at finding a crack in that foundation, finding a way to win a game, and just doing so each and every time. So right now we're seeing Mugi play, instead of having the bomb tower in this traditional minor wall breaker deck, we're seeing the cannon cart. I haven't been a big fan of this deck. I think this deck already has, okay, he's going for the hunter as well. Interesting. So instead of the bats, he goes with the hunter. Instead of the bomb tower, he goes with the cannon cart. Most likely the last card is going to be a fireball. So 2 differences, but this isn't the first time we've seen Mugi do this. Mugi's been doing this a lot today. 2 wall breakers, connect a tower. And Egor is not looking like he's in a good situation. Egor's playing a deck that, when you see Egor play this deck, a lot of times you see him win. This deck goes the distance. He wins just by damage. He usually doesn't take a tower. Egor's going to give up. Damn, don't do that. Oh, man. It sucks because getting that King Tower activation right away was probably the nail in the coffin. I brought this up. Line did that again when he was playing against Mortar. It was against Mortar Graveyard. He ends up activating King Tower when he was playing Minor Wall Breakers in a matchup which I thought was hard, but getting that King Tower activation early sealed the deal, and I think this is going to be a matchup the same thing. But that's something you can do. So one thing, if you're playing against someone playing Mortar, you can play Wall Breakers at the bridge. Most likely the Mortar player, if you have Spear Goblins in your hand, that's a great play, because if you go Wall Breakers at the bridge and your opponent plays the Mortar, which they usually do up high to get a little bit of offense but also defend, that it looks like that's a good play, but it's not, because that gives you the chance to activate King Tower. And I'm seeing more pro players do that. It looks like this big brain play, but I wouldn't be surprised to seeing a lot of players do that. We're seeing a lot of people use Mortar, the Mortar Graveyard deck, and we see Egor using a couple. We've seen a little bit of off-meta decks. So if you have that opportunity to activate King Tower against the Mortar, especially if it's Mortar Graveyard, even Mortar Minor, it's huge. It's crucial. It sucks because that first match was so good, so close. The micro in that first match was insane. Pixel perfect for the most part. I think Egor maybe went to a little bit of a fan favorite deck, and he got punished for it. He washed now. He's not washed. There's no way. After watching that first game, I can't say he's washed. After watching what he did in this entire Bren Chong Cup, he's not. There's no way. Egor's a bit washed compared to how good he was, not going to lie. Or rest, do you think so? I still think he's good. I think he just needs that little bit of motivation, but maybe I'm trying to like hold on to something. Maybe in my head, because I think Egor's a really good player, maybe in my head I'm making him seem like I'm giving him like scapegoats, where it's like, no, he's just bored. He just needs that little bit of motivation to push him over the top. And I thought maybe that would be the motivation, playing against Mugi, who people say is the best player in the world, people say is better than Egor. I thought maybe Egor would be like, hey, I gotta prove to the world I gotta prove to the world, I gotta make sure people remember who I am. And this is gonna be a lot of damage. All he has on defense for this balloon is, ooh, the fireball. That's gonna be awesome. Still gets a hit, but saw the Zappies come out, saw the Hunter come out. He knew he had nothing in his hand. Usually this deck, what? Soloman, what are you doing, big guy? What are you doing? A lot of misplays coming out from Soloman today. A lot. It was, wow, that was a really split too. Mugi and Egor, really split. Really split. So Pandora off to a rough start, but I think he can rally from this. I think he can rally from this. He still has to beat Soloman. Soloman's not bad. Okay, also 8-bit, if you look at the standings right here, wait. Which way do I have to move? Whatever way I have to move. The 8-bit Smoke did play off stream. I'll get the details for that, who he played against. It looks like it was... Who was it? Oh, it was Soloman. Smoke and Soloman played off stream, and Soloman got a win. Didn't even realize. So start prediction. Let's do the prediction for this game. Who will win? It is on the top. It is Subdora, who's seen a little bit of... a little bit of human-esque. Originally, I thought maybe he was just an Elon Musk robot. In the first day, we saw him go 100% win rate. He didn't lose a single game. Not only did he not lose a set, but he didn't lose a game, which is kind of wild if you think about how great this group is. But he ended up losing 2-0 against Egor. Egor played really well in that matchup. Legend Phoenix, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Cash fam. Who you guys calling washed? Egor. but I just don't think so. The broadcast is Spanish. The Spanish broadcast is. Why are you watching the game in Spanish? Oh, it's just because the Rivol Emir stream, like the main feed is Spanish, so the clean feed is also Spanish as well. That's why. That's why. I think it's because we're watching it through a game that the player is Spanish, or the account Spanish. I think. How's he watched if he got #1 in ladder? Yo, that's all you gotta say. Exactly. Smoke isn't playing today. No, he still plays 2 more games. He still plays 2 more games, and he played against Soloman off stream, which is going to be, I think, the only stream or the only game that's happening off stream today, and he ended up losing. You can't get #1 finish and be washed. Christian, I totally agree with that. That's all you gotta say. Egor is still a legend. He's still good. Maybe he was a little bit tilted from that first game, and then having the end of the first game, end the way it did, and then also getting that quick King Tower activation was probably pretty frustrating for Egor. We saw him go maybe a little too aggressive, get that counter push, and he wasn't able to deal with the wall breakers. And that's the way the GOAT floats. While your viewers are going up every day. Chicken Toe, yeah, it's been awesome. You guys are all amazing, and the fact that you guys are waking up early and hanging out, it's been awesome. It's been absolutely awesome. Speaking of awesome, if Pandora can make this comeback, this would be pretty legendary. He needs to figure out something though, and it's really hard for him to get these pushes through, because right now, I hate that giant skeleton. I really don't like it. Because this could be bad. Soloman right now, no, it's fine. Never mind, it's fine. Never mind, that's totally fine. I was looking at potentially, the one thing we've seen a lot of people do with these balloon giant skeleton decks is they go with the balloon, and then your opponent will have to play the giant skeleton at the bridge, just so that tower a little bit of a bridge block, so your units behind the giant skeleton focus on the balloon first. It was fun. I was going too far ahead of it. Now I'm thinking about the Mugi and the Egor matches where I'm going levels into it. I'm thinking of Electro Spirits just zapping on tower, chaining 5 different units. Bomb tower comes in, doesn't get the push. That's gonna be GG well played. Pandora clutches it up and flexes on the way. Oh, it's not over. No, it's over. GG well played. A little bit. That's gotta be probably the most disrespectful thing to do, is just shine that trophy. Shine that trophy emote. Gotta be one of the most. Why'd they play off stream? Just for time reasons. If there's players that are already out of the tournament, a lot of times if 2 of those players are playing against each other, they'll to make the matches quicker, they'll play it off stream. Great player, but a bit overrated, but far from washed. Yeah, washed is a really bold statement. I'm watching all the way from Asia. No way. Yo, how's the life in Asia been? How's the, also, how are you enjoying the stream? Hopefully good. Let's go Pandora. Dang, I've been so lucky today. Yeah, I think Pandora is got this. Soloman has been, we saw him miss that tornado with the Fisherman. We've seen him make a lot of misplays. Overall, just have a really rough Bren Chong Cup too. And I love Soloman. I think I made a YouTube video on him last year, or maybe this year. He was one of the players that I thought he was one of the best players in CRL East, not this season, but last season, or 2 seasons ago. I just don't know what's going on. Maybe he's just given up. I have no idea, but it doesn't look like he's grown as a player like everybody else has. Seeing all these other players take the leap, where he was a star, and now it seems like he's getting into the decline, where a lot of these other players like Pandora, who I think is a rising star, borderline star, is really proving themselves in this Bren Chong Cup, and I love it. I love to see it. Even Debu, I love to see Debu doing what he does. Mugi versus Egor, ALR, all right. Mugi already? Yeah, Mugi and Egor just played before this. Mugi and Egor just played before this. Also, Roger, thank you so much for the water. I needed a little bit of H2O. So Mugi and Egor played just before this, and it was Mugi won. It was 2-0. If you want to see that, I guess definitely you can check out the VOD, all the everything Bren Chong Cup. If you miss anything, check out Rich Sladen's YouTube channel. That's where he'll be streaming live. Any of my live streams will be on that. Any of the future Latin American, North American regions, and all the regional finals, and probably the grand finals will all be on Rich Sladen's channel. I don't know about the grand. I don't know. I don't know about grand finals, but most likely it will be. Soloman is top 100 right now. Yeah, but why? He just can't figure it out. Maybe people say that ladder and competitive are two different animals, and I don't know. Maybe it's just honestly, it could just be a rough day or maybe a rough week. We don't know what's happening in these people's lives. At the end of the day, a lot of people, even like basketball players or other athletes, people look at them and it's like, yo, why is this guy having such a bad game? Well, you don't know what's going on in his life. Maybe there's problems with family or friends or girlfriends, relationships. Something happened. Something emotionally or psychologically is just going on with is just affecting them and affecting their play style. Maybe that's happening with Soloman. We don't know what's going on. We have no idea. Soloman back to E-Giant? Yeah. We've seen him have a little bit of success with this deck, but a lot of times he plays this deck a little too much. We've seen the deck pool of Soloman consist of 3 decks, I think. 4 decks, maybe. It's not the most dimensional player. We see a lot of other players like Mugi not only play a lot of meta decks, but also play meta decks and make little changes to the meta deck to maybe get a little bit of a competitive advantage. We see Soloman play Electro Giant. We see him play the Giant Skeleton Balloon deck. And we see him play Royal Hogs, Royal Recruits. He has 3 decks in his arsenal, and in competitive, that's not enough. I know a lot of players say, hey, I'm a one-trick. The reason I'm a one-trick is I'm good at this deck. I don't care how good you are at this deck. If you can be the best player at a deck, you're not one-tricking your way to the finals, ever. Opponents will just hard counter you. If you can't play more than 3 decks, I don't think you're going to do well in this format, in the Bren Chong Cup especially. You really got to put in the work. You really got to learn multiple decks. And not only that, but you can even go further than just learning just interactions with every card. Because you never know if you're going to come up against Mugi and he makes a little change to a deck, or you have to be prepared for that. You have to prepare for the unknown. And just, maybe that's what it is. Maybe Soloman just wasn't prepared. I'm in Singapore, only Famous Kid plays in tournaments. Oh, okay, I know Famous Kid. Also, Singapore isn't Singapore like beautiful? Isn't it like known for like a lot of business, a lot of good architecture, a lot of buildings and stuff? Singapore, it's got that, what's that thing called? There's like a stadium or an arena or a concert hall with this very zigzag shape or like points to it, triangular points. Is that Singapore? Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong place. Indonesia has Benzer Rydell, and that's a great person to have. Benzer is a killer. He is good, and not only that, he's been playing really, really well. We're going to see him in the regional finals, and I'm excited. I'm very excited. Every time I watch Benzer, I'm never disappointed. Benzer's games are always close. Even when Benzer's behind, he always figures out a way to get back. And even if he doesn't, it's just, you still got to respect the play of Benzer. It's usually pretty perfect. He plays really, really well. But I think the biggest thing about Benzer is he's got a clutchness to him. He's always been an anchor on all the teams he's been on in competitive play. He's always been that guy that they rely on to get that win when they need a win. And he can do it. And not only that, but now when it's not about a team play, now it's when it's about him. When he's down 1-0, a lot of times he can easily tie it up. And when it gets to that last game, we saw it happen he's played against a couple of players that he went to game 3 against a couple of players that were qualified, and he was invited to this tournament. So a lot of the qualified players don't have as much experience in the whole competitive scene. And when the pressure is on game 3, when it's do or die wow, that's a really cool NATO. Really, really cool NATO. This is a lot closer than I expected. Soloman, you know what? He doesn't have a big arsenal in his deck pool, but this Electro Giant deck, he can play well. And look at the skeletons piling up on the back. Just when I say Soloman's doing well, rough break. Goes for the lightning cycle. Another graveyard comes down, has to defend this, somehow has to get 1,000 damage. It's not going to happen. That's GG. That's well played. Pandora's going to 2-0 Soloman, and when it rains, it pours. Soloman at least beat 8-Bit Smoke, but right now going 1-5. His Bren Chong Cup journey is definitely done. It's too bad. I was really excited to see Soloman. Soloman, not Higher. Soloman and Higher were both really, really good, but did both really, really good 2 seasons ago, but struggled this past season, and also just really struggled in the Bren Chong Cup. I think Higher and Soloman both came in the bottom 2 of their groups, which I wouldn't have expected. I would have said they probably would have qualified, at least for the regional finals, but Hey, anything can happen. Anything can happen. Also, Luna, JJ, thank you guys so much for the follows. Welcome to the Cash Fam. Happy Sunday, everybody. Cheers. Hope you guys are having a good Sunday fun day. Hope you guys are all having a good day. 100-0 basically. OP matchup for Pandora. Is that 100-0? Is that 100-0? Yeah, probably. I think we've seen that matchup. Did it show the stats? I think that matchup's really, really good because the graveyard, you can't perfectly deal with it. If you're Soloman and then having the bomb tower, having the Ice Wizard to slow the Elixir Golem or the Electro Giant, it's good. I think that's good. He had enough resources. He has the Knight for the Dark Prince. He has Baby Dragon for Baby. He had enough resources where he was. I think he had that in the bag. He played a long game. He played a slow game, but I also think he played a really safe game. And that is going to be another 2-0. This group we had, Group B was definitely called Group Off Meta. Group B was all about off meta decks. Group D is going to be called Group 2-0 because every game it seems like is just 2-0. It's never going to Game 3. Give us some Game 3s. Come on, please. All right, Pandora does win that prediction. So if you bet on Pandora, congratulations. You are the champion. Soloman, people keep believing in Soloman. You know what? I believe in him too. Sadly, it won't matter. My believing in him, it's still not going to help him with the whole qualifying. But you know what? Got to look at the positives. At least he's top 100 in ladder right now. We might see him in CRL. We probably will see him in CRL. Freeze. Okay, interesting. We got Rad coming in with it looks like Anaban deck? Anaban deck with a twist? Got the Mega Minion? Really, really good start. Okay, well, I put the prediction in. I wonder who's going to win. It goes for the whole set, not just the game. So if you want to predict that, if you want to bet on Debu, if there's anybody that can come back from this, I think Debu can. I don't think it's going to be this match. When you get this big of a lead, it's pretty much over. So it's going to be Balloon, Lumberjack, Freeze, but he's got, okay, so this deck usually has Double Dragon, it has Baby Dragon and Inferno Dragon, but we see the Mega Minion coming out for the, I guess, the Inferno Dragon. Last card's probably going to be Baby Dragon for Rad, but maybe not. Maybe we see a little bit more defensive-esque deck, adding in like a Goblin Cage. You'll see Bowler on Tower. Love that guy. Bowl. This guy likes one thing. He likes it. He likes one thing, and it's bowling. You know what? Respect it. You gotta respect a man that likes his bowling. I'm surprised Parker doesn't like the bowler. 99 to 1. No such thing as 100-0. Yeah, there's always a way. Your opponent can always make a mistake. That's one thing I really like about Clash Royale. Nothing's definite. There's never. Ooh, wall breakers. 2 on the left side. Wait a sec. Are we seeing a little bit of a comeback? You guys smell that? Is that a comeback? No, it doesn't look like it. Looks like that. No, I was smelling something else. It was, Freeze comes in. That's going to be a bomb drop. And that looks like a bowler is going to maybe be able to bowl on tower as well. No, it doesn't look like it. Still, that balloon on tower. This is going to be GG. Rip for Oyasu. Oyasu did not do well in his group. He did not qualify, I believe. He did not qualify. He did not do well at all. There was a couple of moments where he did well, but overall, it's not about the moments. You gotta be consistent, especially in the round robin. Round robin's really good at weeding out people that might have got good matchups once or twice. You can't fake it in a round robin. If you win a round robin, if you come in the top 4 in a round robin, you deserve to be in the top 4. The amount of games, playing 7 games, best of 3 sets against 7 other players, you can't really say, oh, I didn't qualify because of matchup. Sure that if it's matchup every single time, maybe you got to take a step back and be like, maybe it's me. Maybe I got to pick decks that give me better matchups. I don't know. It's in the elimination bracket in the regional finals, when we see like a best of 5 1v1, that's where it gets kind of sketchy. 5 games to determine who wins, that gets kind of sketchy. Especially in CRL, where it was 1 game that determined everything, that's where it gets kind of sketchy. That's when you can say like, hey, he lost because of this. I don't know if you can say that in the round robin. I don't think you can say he didn't qualify because of this. Did Kuchiku qualify? No, I don't think Kuchiku did. I think Kuchiku was eliminated and Morden qualified instead. No, Kuchiku did qualify. Morden qualified. It was Fly and what's his name? What's his name? And Echelfly? What's his name? I can't remember. I can't remember. When is Rad going back to his signature Lava Giant? Yo, JV Nar, I want to know. That's the question we're all looking for. We got to message him because we need it. We need it. We're probably not going to see it just because Rad is on the brink of elimination. I would love to see it again, but you know what? In reality, looking back to that deck, it was probably a misplay. It was probably a misclick. Maybe a copy glitch. Sometimes if you copy a deck, one of the cards won't copy correctly, and it'll be whatever the deck was before. And I think he did actually play Giant before that game as well. So I think it was just a copy glitch. But still, it was still funny that he won. And Morden almost didn't qualify. Yeah, he was on the edge. He was on the edge. But he pushed through. You know what? It doesn't matter if you come first or fourth. As long as you qualify for the next round, you are vibing. Entrifle. Am I saying that right? Entrifle. Yes, it was Entrifle. Sorry, Entrifle, if you're watching. I totally butchered your name. You're my third most watched streamer. Yo, no way. DH, let's go, baby. Who's your first? My first was Morden. Oh, no. Yeah, Morden. It was tied for Morden and Drexen. It was Morden and Drexen. I want Quadro Giant deck. So it would be Giant Skeleton, Goblin Giant, and can't you do 5? You can go Electro Giant, you can go Royal Giant, you can go Giant, you can go Skeleton Giant, or Giant Skeleton. I guess that's not a Giant. It's Skeleton Giant, or Giant Skeleton. I guess that's not considered a Giant. And then you can go Goblin Giant. Can we say that Giant Skeleton's a Giant, or is he not part of the group? If there was a Giant party, would he be on the list? If there was a big end of the year's party and all the Giants were invited, would you invite the Skeleton Giant or the Giant Skeleton, or would he not get the invite? Oh, Rad didn't go to Fav Gaming. Rad did go to Fav Gaming, but I think that's just an old picture. I'm pretty sure that's just an old picture. Cash is 8-bit smoke done. I really wish he wins a game. When is he playing again? I think he's playing soon. We haven't seen him play yet today, and he still has to play 2 more games. So if he's playing, it's going to be soon. It's going to be very, very soon. He played 1 game off stream. The next game might be smoke. It's either one of the next 2 games or it's going to be smoke. Try Karka. Yo, welcome. What's up? Happy Sunday. How are you doing today? Tommy Innit is my first most watched streamer. Who's Tommy Innit? Who's that? I don't know who that is. I don't know, guys, but I feel this year Morden will do bad. Maybe. He's doing a lot of stuff with content. He's focusing on streaming. He's focusing on YouTube. If you haven't checked it out, I definitely recommend doing so. It's really good content. He was my most watched Twitch streamer, and there's a reason. It's really, really good content. So maybe he does the whole B-Rad route where he just starts focusing more on content and doesn't do competitive. I think B-Rad, if he wanted, he could be here. He could be here. But why do this if you're enjoying the whole content creation, having that community atmosphere, being able to make something, create. Like I think that's one thing a lot of people like to do is create. Even since like little kids, you always like to create something. You always like to make something. Legos and sand castles. People love to create. I think there's a satisfaction behind it. And you know what? Oh, Hunter on tower. That's going to be GG. Nope. Tornado comes in, says, say psych right now. Death damage isn't going to be enough. Rad is awesome. I love watching Rad play. The decks that Rad comes up with are awesome. I guess this is kind of a traditional Ask a deck. We've seen these kind of no big spell. Okay, he has a medium spell at least. We've seen these kind of decks come out a couple of times, but that's GG well played. Debu gets 2-0'd by Rad. That's rough because I think Debu had that match. He had the lead. Other than that Hunter that he wasn't able to pick up getting on tower. If that Hunter didn't get on tower, that would have been very, 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 very good for Debu. But sadly, Debu is going to lose. Now he's 3-3. Debu's on the edge. He is really on the edge. He's on the outside looking in. There's a party happening, and he's at the front. Who is that? Revol, you look so different. What happened? Let's go with the predictions. Pretty much everybody bet on Rad, and Rad is the champion. And let's get to the next one. Start the prediction. I don't know who it is. I'm assuming it's going to be Smoke, though, because he hasn't played yet today. We have to see a little bit of Smoke. Can you say it's a Bren Chong Cup Group D without a little bit of Smoke action? Centurion, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Cash Fam. Also, JV Nar, thank you guys so much for the follows. Welcome to the Cash Fam. Also, welcome to the Bren Chong Cup. How are you guys doing today? What's the use of going to Fab if there is no team-based CRL anymore? But they still do a lot to support you. I don't know if there's still contracts in place. I don't know if the CRL or these teams are still paying. There's still value. There's still value to be had. You could I don't want to get into like the details, but you can easily get sponsors or teams supporting you in your CRL endeavor, either supporting you with like fixed income where they give you money, support, promotions, just to help build your brand. And maybe in return they take a portion of your winnings. You don't have to give anything back, but let's say if you do win the $1.6 million, or I guess I don't think you actually win that much. I think it's a lot less just because that's total prizes. But let's say you come in first and you get $200,000, maybe they'll take 10%, maybe they'll take $20,000, or maybe even more. I have no idea, but there is still potential of teams sponsoring players and people sponsoring players in CRL, especially in the new format. I'm excited. I don't know. Are you guys excited for CRL 2021? Because I know there's a lot of people that think it's going to be awful, think it sucks, think they think it's going to be the end of CRL. But I don't know. Maybe it's just my hope. Maybe I just hope it's going to be good. And there it is. We got 8-Bit Smoke, baby. A fan favorite versus RaikiJones, who was undefeated, but sadly finally got a loss. Let me set up this prediction real quick. Raiki on top. This is a big game for Smoke. I am going to go to the washroom very, very quickly. I'll be right back. I've been drinking way too much coffee. Way too much coffee. I will be right back. Prediction is up, so if you guys want to predict on who's going to win, is it going to be Smoke? Is it going to be RaikiJones? Well, you choose, and you can choose with channel points. Good luck. Choose correctly, choose wisely, and I'll be right back. BRB. Wow, we still got the Mexican standoff, eh? Nobody doing anything. They just guns blazing, guns akimbo, looking at each other. Finally, we see a card. So 8-Bit Smoke probably gonna go with either. We've seen him go with the Graveyard Freeze deck a couple of times. So yeah, it is gonna be Graveyard Freeze. He's gonna go with the Bowler. It's gonna be maybe a mirror matchup actually. It might be a mirror matchup. Yeah, it's going to be Bowler Free. It's going to be the exact same deck. This is going to be really, really interesting. I think right now, RaikiJones is in the exact situation. Goes with that early freeze. Won't have it on offense, but it won't matter. And 8-Bit Smoke doing a little bit of the Mugi. Going with a meta deck with a twist. And never mind. Wait. The first cards made it seem like it was going to be Graveyard. I forgot. It could also be Lumberloon. Lumberloon coming out for RaikiJones. And Smoke going with, instead of the Baby Dragon, looks like he's going with the Zappies. Interesting. It's definitely going to be Graveyard coming out for Smoke as the last card. He's not going to go with the Freeze. He's going to go with the Poison instead. But these Zappies might be really, really good. Having the Zappies, having the Ice Wizard, and having the Inferno Dragon to deal with these balloons and the inevitable Tornado too. This is going to be really, really good for Smoke. If Smoke wants to win a game and maybe potentially win a set, winning against RaikiJones is really, really good. He's number 2 right now in this group, and that would be awesome to see. Just seeing at least a little bit of momentum, a little bit of positive in this, a little bit of light at this in this dark tunnel that so far has been the Bren Chong Cup for Smoke. It sucks because I don't think his record really. I guess we haven't seen one of his games. It was off stream. Maybe a King Tower act. No, he already activated King Tower. It doesn't matter. Barbarill comes in a little late, but still doesn't take too much damage. Graveyard, first Graveyard coming in for Smoke. But let's see how Raiki defends this. Because as long as the Graveyard's an interesting card because you play it and it's all about your opponent. If your opponent makes one misplay against the Graveyard, the skeletons start spawning and clumping up, you lose. So we'll see. Can you explain how CRL works for next year? Yeah, so CRL, how it works for next year is they're using ladder as a determinant for, it's kind of like golf now, which if you don't know golf, then that doesn't really matter me bringing that up. But so how it's going to work is there's so many plays that I want to mention, but I'll just focus on CRL. I don't want to just keep going back and forth. So every month, whoever comes top 1,000 will be in a they'll be asked to join, or I guess invited to join a monthly tournament. And in these monthly tournaments, they'll be they're pretty crazy prizes. I think the winner gets what do the winners get for those monthly tournaments? But anyways, nonetheless, so there'll be a tournament, there'll be a round robin and eventually an elimination bracket tournament where they'll find out the winners and the losers and everybody in between. So wherever you land on this monthly tournament, and depending on how many of those tournaments you qualify for and everything, you get points. So if you get first in the first month's tournament, in the January tournament, and then let's say you get fourth in the February tournament, maybe in March you were busy, you couldn't even qualify, well, you're going to get points, and there's going to be this global leaderboard, and depending on how good you do, you are going to get invited potentially to the world finals. All these players are going to get points, they're all going to accumulate, there's going to be a world ranking. Whoever did the best in the months, I think it's in 8 months in total, whoever did the best will get invited to the world finals, where there's going to be $1.6 million in total cash prizes, which is insane. So Raiki does take game number 1. I think I did a prediction, right? Lukey, what's up? How you doing? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Do you guys have any questions about CRL 2021? I think that what I said was correct, but if any of you guys heard what I said and you're like, no, it's actually this, or it's similar, but no, there's also that, let me know. Look at FaZe. They're focusing on content creation and an esports team, but they don't take any cuts, and they're still the richest esports organization. Exactly, because I think there's something more important than money as an esports team. I think having a brand and a brand people aspire to be like, a brand that they see themselves in, is more valuable, and you can get more value from just the entire, if you have a really big base where people want to be part of this brand, then sponsors will want to be part of this brand. You can get money from that. You can also get money from merchandising and everything else, and just viewer ads. There's so many things that you can do as an esports organizations, instead of just taking the winnings, taking money from your content creators or your players, your professional players. I really do like FaZe's business model. I think they hit it on the head. They realized what's important, and they did it well. Yeah, are they considered? Is FaZe the best esports organization? What about like 100 Thieves? Who's, or Team Liquid as well has to be up there. What are like the top organizations? Staring contest. Let's go, Alex. Wow, I can do this all day. I'm really good at staring contests. Who knew? I don't feel tired at all. No fatigue. I know you blinked. You 100% blinked. Okay, my eyes are getting kind of a little dry. I'm blaming the fatigue. 8-Bit doing staring tournament. He will win. Oh my god, yeah. 8-Bit's never lost in a staring contest ever. Photo lighting be trash. Yeah, you know what? Yo, 8-Bit's got to work on a little bit of that. Maybe it's the lighting. Look at RaikiJones. He's got that perfect lighting. He's got a little bit of shadow on the opposite side of his face. A little bit of mysteriousness. I like it. 20K for each winner each month. Wow, it's 20K. I was going to say 20K, but I thought that was a little too high. Maybe I was going to go with 2,000, but that seemed a little too low. So I thought I was off, but that's crazy. 20K. That seems ridiculous. 20, like all you have to do is win one of those, and you are pretty much set. Gosh, Sam prolonged contract with SK yesterday. Do you know? That's awesome. So that means Sam and Morden will be together forever and ever. New CRL format rewards grinders. Will the quality of players fall? I don't think so. Because yes, the in the first stage, so there's stages. So the first stage is ladder, which I do agree. It does kind of reward grinders, but I think grinders are not bad. I think, yes, there's a difference between grinders. I think grinders, there's a lot of attributes that they have. Is this King to activation? Great King to activation. Well be, Smoke. Well be. I think if you're a grinder, you can easily put in that work and get better in the other stages of the tournament, being the whole round robin and the qualifying tournament, putting in that work, learning about your opponents, learning about their decks, and learning maybe new decks yourself, maybe off-meta decks, maybe a little bit more meta decks, fine tweaking. Because if you can put in the work in one deck in one trickier way to, let's say, the top 1,000 and get into qualify for CRL, technically CRL 2021 for one of the months, the let's say January. well, you can put in the work and learn. If you've learned one deck and you've put in the work and done well successfully on ladder with it, you can do it again with another deck. And if you don't, then yeah, you're right. There will be maybe a fall in quality if people coast. If people coast. But I think if anything, we saw that a little bit in team format. I think we saw a lot of coasting last season, where there's a lot of players, I'm not naming names, but I think a lot of players kind of were carried by their team. If Fireball comes in, that's GG, but Smoke's not going to get to it. Dang! GG, well played. Always so close. This is what I'm saying. Smoke is always so very close, but just doesn't get that. Just doesn't get. He's inches. We're talking inches. He's so very close to winning these games, winning these sets, but he just doesn't have that last little oomph. Doesn't have that little Mugi with the Electro Spirit. Doesn't have that little bit. Yeah. How do we see our most watched Twitch streamer was? It should be emailed to you. Whatever accounts associated with your Twitch, or whatever emails associated with your Twitch account, you should be able to, they should send you an email. FaZe probably the highest value. Is there anybody else? Top orgs are probably FaZe, 100 Thieves, Liquid, G2, Cloud9. Yeah, Cloud9's 100% there. Alex, I was talking about the previous match. Oh, about the staring contest? Yeah, I was behind on chat. I didn't scroll down. Liquid is winning in esports, but FaZe is valued more due to high influence of it and the content creation part. Yeah, and I think a lot of other teams are following suit. I think that's why Fav Gaming scooped up. Who did they scoop up? KK, Rad. Who else did they scoop up? I thought they scooped up 3 players, and all those players are also content creators. So I think they know. I think a lot of players are following suit from what FaZe is doing. Raiki OP. Raki's doing well. Poor Smoke. Yeah, Steve. It sucks. It sucks because a lot of people are gonna look at that number 0-7 and just be like, oh, Smoke, he sucks. But I can't say that. I can't say that. If he played bad, then sure, I can say that. I would love to have seen Soloman and Smoke battle. Because Soloman, I think, has been making a lot of misplays. He hasn't had a very diverse deck pool. We're probably going to see Electro Giant come out, or the Royal Giant Skeleton deck, or like he's got like 3-4 decks. It's probably going to be freaking Giant Skeleton Balloon. It's not even going to be Royal Giant. It is going to be Giant Skeleton Balloon. Are you kidding me, Soloman? You have 3 decks in your arsenal. Next game, we're going to probably see Electro Giant. No, it's not. Wait, it is! It is the Giant Skeleton Balloon deck. Oh, Soloman, you're killing me with these decks. It's so obvious. Egor technically is using the same deck that he played against Mugi in game number 2, but I think this is more of a, he made a mistake and he wants to prove that this deck's good and he can actually play it. I think that's what we're seeing right now with Egor. Yeah, Mortar comes out. We know what this deck is. I think we know what Soloman's deck is too, and it's going to be Balloon. And then he probably is going to go with the Electro Giant because Soloman has 2 decks in his arsenal. Please name names of coasters. I'm here for the drama. No, there's no way. There's no way. And it's all speculation. Honestly, I have no idea what happens behind closed doors. But you see some players dominate on teams, and you see other players maybe struggle a little bit. Maybe things are going on in their life. Maybe they have put in the work. Maybe they just got bad matchups or whatever it is. But there's definitely people now in this format where it's not team. There's no coasting. There's no riding the back of a really good player. You can't do that now. If you have weaknesses, they will be apparent, and maybe that's what we're seeing with Soloman and Higher here. Soloman and Higher they didn't do well last season, but really good on their team. Maybe Wedgem had a really good infrastructure. Maybe had a really good analytics team. Maybe I don't know what it is, but ooh, good mortar shot. Gets the giant skeleton, but also a little bit of splash on the tower. That's really good. Cash, check Insta DMs. I sent you a message. I can't check it right now just because I'm casting, but I'll check it after the stream, no worries. Yo, Cash, just check my email. You're #1 on my most watched streamer. Let's go, baby! Cash Fam OP. Do you mean that CRL will be like the No Tilt World Champions last year, but with the top 1,000 players? Similar, yes. Elsie, similar. Very similar. What do you think about C. McHugh? Hey, I'm excited to see him come back. I'm excited to see him come back. C. McHugh used to be a really good player, and then he stopped. And if he comes back and is successful, maybe we see other players come back. Maybe we see players like Donkey Kong come back. I don't know. Like I don't think it's bad. If he does bad, it might look bad on the C. McHugh side. It might look bad on the people that invited players. No, the reason he was invited was because of Twitter, right? it was a popularity contest, correct? I don't remember. Maybe I'm saying the wrong facts. According to Google, phase number 1, $240 million. Wow. I can't send you screenshots. You should be able to send me a screenshot on Instagram. You should be able to. Indian competitive scene is way below average. 99% of players are not up to the international standards. Hey, but if you want to get to that standard, this is exactly how. Sure, Smoke didn't do well in the Bren Chong Cup, but it doesn't mean it's done. This is experience. You're gonna learn from this. You're gonna grow from this. Usually, there's a saying where you fail your way to success. You don't just don't just start and you're perfectly successful at anything. Nobody can just start throwing a paintbrush on a canvas and be the best artist. A lot of it takes failure, and right now we're sure you can say that Smoke failed, but I don't think of this as a failure. It's only a failure if he quits. If he doesn't quit, this is experience, this is knowledge. He's going to get better from this. He's going to grow from this. We're going to maybe see him in CRL, and maybe he'll take what he learned in this Bren Chong Cup 2, and he'll grow. He'll get better, and we'll see a new Smoke. We'll see, instead of 8-bit Smoke, maybe we'll see a 16-bit Smoke. That's stupid joke. That's such a stupid joke. Cash pay up. Oh. Did I miss a prediction? Did I miss prediction? I don't know if I missed prediction. If Soloman chokes this, I wouldn't be surprised. Egor does a really good job of the defense. I haven't been paying attention, but I assume Egor is just playing his pixel-perfect defense. Probably has to go with a little bit of minor chip still. Has to do with these bats. These 2 bats goes with his bats, but I think his bats might lose the battle of the bats. Nope. Bats do win. 20 seconds left. Right now, Egor is behind. Has to go aggressive. And the problem is, he's going for the right side tower. So yeah, playing that Fisherman is really, really good. So you have to play the miner close enough, exactly where he did. Close enough to the Fisherman so it doesn't get pulled. And then he also goes with the Fireball, also goes with the Snowball. Right now gets to another miner as well. Does get picked up. Does he get the Fireball in time? Stolen, robbery, ring the bell, where are the cops at? Where are the cops? Get my phone. Anybody got a cell phone on them? Because I just witnessed a live robbery. Hello? Yep. Yeah, it's me, Kashman. I just witnessed a live robbery. Yep, Bren Chong Cup 2, come. All the units, everybody come. Oh my gosh. Wait, he won, right? He won, right? Am I just yelling and he didn't actually win? I was too busy doing that little skit. What's your PB? I don't know. My PB is 7,130, 40, 50, something like that. Something like that. Cash, please, previous prediction. I think someone did it. So Pro Bro, 15-bit Smoke. Yeah, just a little bit better. Maybe the next time. Yeah, a little bit more. A little 64-bit Smoke. Hey, yo, that's too far. That's like Super Saiyan 3. That's too much. 2,048-bit Smoke. Okay, you guys are getting carried away. There's too many bits now. He's not gonna be able to handle it. That's too much power. That's crazy. Finesse da win. Ain't no robbery. I think he deserves it. I think he deserves it. That's well played. I saw that. That's what Egor does. That's not the first time I've seen that. It's crazy that still surprised me. It's honestly something you should expect from Egor. Just perfect defense the entire game. Defending. Not perfect, but very efficient, and then just clutching up at the end, getting that damage, knowing what he has to do, and doing it well, playing that miner exactly where he had to, playing in the Fireball as well to get that additional damage, Snowball, just more chip, getting back to the miner, and then just Fireball last second. GG, well played. Commentary OP. I think I'm having too much fun. I think that the fatigue's getting to me, the no sleep. What a crazy game, though. What a crazy match. That's what other game can compare to what we just saw there? A game that came down to a Fireball, came down to seconds, and it's all composed. How can you say mobile games aren't real games or aren't real gamers? Like that is insane to me. That's the equivalent of watching, I don't know, like penalty shootouts in FIFA. I think even better. That's like the winning shot in NBA 2K or even just real basketball. That's crazy. Too much overacting. Oh yeah, I did that 100% on purpose. I was having a little bit too much fun. You didn't like my rendition, my dramatic performance of calling the cops on Egor for the robbery? Shucks. Super Saiyan 3 sucks. Yeah, I guess now that there's like Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan God 2 and Super Saiyan Sans. Imagine if there was a Super Saiyan named Sam. It's Sam the Super Saiyan. I'm getting carried away. It's cool to see Egor going with another mortar deck. He's going with the control one now. We've seen a couple of changes with this deck. I think, was it Mugi that played the mortar control earthquake deck, but instead of using the spear goblins, using the archers and the firecracker? I think that's the only time I've ever seen those two cards in the same deck. And right now for Soloman, last card is going to be graveyard. So double prince. Looks like this is going to be an okay matchup for Egor. As long as he can deal with these graveyards, the graveyards might start getting really annoying because the spear goblins get eliminated really quickly by the poison. So do the skeletons. So right now, on defense, Egor is going to have to use... You could use the firecracker, but the firecracker really sucks against graveyard. So winning this early is really important for Egor because if it goes too long, if it goes to double and triple elixir, Egor is going to have to start using defensive earthquakes, defensive logs, and that's pretty much how he's going to get most of the damage on offense. So if he's using... oh, not only that. How do you miss the snowball? Soloman, what are you doing? At least it's a different deck. We haven't seen Soloman use this deck, so that's a positive. That's a real positive. That's awesome. Soloman not playing E-Giant? Yo, JV now. I'm just as surprised as you. Just as surprised as you. You know what? I think this is a win. Sure, he's not going to win the game. Maybe he actually will win the game. I have no idea. But at least this is a win for Soloman. Is Soloman playing better than the last goblin? Oh my god, than the last goblin at the bridge? Are you talking about when he went the Electro Giant at the bridge in day one? I forgot about that. That was bad. Where there was, what was it, like a Royal Recruit, 2 Zappies, and a Flying Machine on the left side, and his tower. It was in OT. And then he ends up going Electro Giant on the right side, and he didn't even defend the left side. And everybody was like, "What are you doing? What is he doing?" Yeah, that was a weird play. Defensive EQ is good against graveyard, very, very good. But if you're using EQs on defense, it means that you aren't using it on offense, and I think that's overall negative. So right now, Earthquake comes in. What Soloman has to do is really put on the pressure with these graveyards. We see people do it all the time where you get a graveyard, you get really valuable poison, especially in this matchup. You can get that valuable poison going with getting the spear goblins, the skeletons, even like damage on the tower and the knight, and then just getting back your cycle and just going. Maybe Egor is doing. I can't undersell what Egor is doing. He's really doing a good job of putting on that pressure, making that hard for him to go in, using these tornadoes, getting value with his logs, and just chipping away at these firecrackers. Really, really well played by Egor. Could Soloman done something different? He took a little bit too much tower damage in single elixir, but against Egor, like that's so easier said than done. Not losing to Egor. Yeah, simple, Cash, simple. Hey, Coach Cash, we need you to talk to Soloman. Goes up to him. Hey, Soloman, just don't lose against Egor. That's my hot tip. Just don't lose. No, that's well played. Well played. Soloman, not the best Bren Chong Cup. He is now officially eliminated with smoke. This is going to be a 4. Can Debu still make it though? Debu's what, 3-3? So if Debu wins, he'll be 4-3. Rad, I believe, is 4-2. I don't know if Debu can make it in. Thank you so much for the water, by the way. Thank you. I need a little H2O. Also, Alex, thanks for the clip. That's for the Egor robbery, correct? That's awesome. I mean, Super Saiyan 3 is dope in terms of design. Looks legit. They got that long hair flowing back. It's awesome. Also, Pranja, Black Boy, and Impaler Ware, thank you so much for the follows. Welcome to the Cash Fam and the Bren Chong Cup. Happy Sunday. Happy Chewbacca cheers to everybody. End prediction. I'm scared to end prediction because I think someone else was doing the prediction. I don't think I was doing it a second ago. Smoke had no chance. Soloman was a surprise. So yeah, you know what? I don't think Smoke had no chance. I think Smoke had he played really, really well, but little mistakes added up, and he just didn't have that clutchness in him that Egor has. He doesn't have that like figuring out a way to win when the going gets tough. He played a good game, but that's not good enough in this group. You can't play good. You got to play great. So Rad right now is 2-4. So that's actually GG for Rad. I think we have it right now. Most likely, as long as Mugi wins one more game, we're gonna see a very, very. This is gonna be the most polarized group where we're gonna see a lot of winners and a lot of losers. But I guess Mugi still has to win one more to make that happen. We still have to see Pandora play one more, RaikiJones play one more. Egor is done for the day. That's the last game for Egor. We need to see Mugi play one more game, Debu play one more game, and then also Smoke and Rad. So we got, what is that, 4 more games today then? No, 3 more games. We got 3 more games. And I think the one that's going to matter the most is going to be the Mugi match. Mugi, if he loses, potentially we can see Debu sliding in instead of Mugi. But if I'm betting, if I'm not betting against Mugi, what am I doing? Is it Debu versus Mugi? I guess we don't have to worry about that. Okay, wait a second. Oh, if I do the math, I know who wins. That sucks. So right now, if Debu wins 2-0. Oh, no. If Mugi loses 2-0, which is very unlikely, Mugi will be 4-3. Debu will also be 4-3. But if you look at the differences, that means Mugi will go down by 2, Debu will go up by 2, and that means it'll be a tie. It'll be a tie. What's the second tiebreaker? How does that work? It'll be head-to-head, and Debu wins off head-to-head. If Debu 2-0s Mugi, which is not easy, he goes. It's head-to-head first? Oh, head-to-head goes off, is before the difference? Okay, good to know. Good to know. So right now, if Debu wins, he's through. Mugi's out if he loses. Wow. Did someone set up predictions, or is this still the one for like a couple ago? Choose prediction outcome, Raiki and Smoke. Oh, this is from a while back. My bad. Raiki was the winner. And let's do a prediction for this real quick. We got the Debu on the top. I didn't realize it was going to be so close. I thought this entire group was pretty much set out. I thought it was, hey, this is simple. We got Raiki, we got Mugi, we got Egor. We got Pandora. I thought it was going to be pretty easy, but Debu not giving up yet, and I love it. I love to see it. Winner here qualifies. This is going to be exciting. This is going to be very, very exciting, and it's weird to see Mugi playing a little bit of mortar miner. I don't know. This deck, there's a reason you don't see this deck that much in the Bren Chong Cup, and it's because I just don't think it's that amazing. You have 2 win conditions that are very inconsistent, being the mortar and the miner. Miner used to be a really good win condition, which kind of carried this deck, but now having the mortar, sometimes, oh my gosh, what a misplay. What a misplay. Doesn't get the cage down in time. Mortar locks on. That tower is going to be going down. Using the miner there is, I think, a misplay as well. The miner is overkill. You don't need to use the miner there. You saw that your opponent wasn't defending the mortar, so why go in? Interesting. The mortar still would have got another shot, too. So if Mugi can't defend here, this is going to be, that's 3 elixir. Imagine if he had a miner. It won't matter. It won't matter with 20 seconds left. I think that's going to be GG. I love how he's putting on more pressure as well. All you have to do, if the miner comes in, arrows come in, that's still not going to be enough. This is going to be GG, well played. And not only that, Mugi's getting a really good, if this went to a 2-tower situation, which it's not, he's getting a good lead. Going for the miner low. Musketeer is going to help out. Snowball pushes the miner away. That's going to be GG. That's going to be well played. Mugi takes it. And that's it. I said this before. You can play good, but you got to play great. You can't make misplays, especially against a player like Mugi. You can't. You just can't do it. Debu's not done yet, though. If Debu, all he needs to do is win 1, we're going to a game 3, anything can happen. But winning against Mugi, it's a lot easier said than done. Set up prediction. I thought he did. Yeah, the prediction's in. Prediction's in. Maybe that message was late. Why is loser censored? Why is loser censored? What do you mean? Nice cage, bro. Yeah, amazing. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Amazing. What the frig was that? What the frig was that miner? I was not a big fan of the miner. I don't know. I have no idea what Mugi was thinking. I assume there was a reason. There's no way Mugi's nervous and he's like, I don't know what to do. A miner on tower. Like Mugi was playing he's playing 3D chess. I'm watching this as a 2D chess game, but in reality it's 3 dimensions. I just can't see that 3rd dimension. He's playing in the 5th dimension, and I'm just trying to use my monkey brain to figure out what he's doing. Mugi play miner, that's bad. But really, Mugi's thinking, if I play miner here, that does this, and this does this. That means I can do this, and that blah, 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 blah. He's thinking moves ahead. Or even, I can't even say that's a misplay. Weird miner, but there was definitely a reason. I would love to ask him, but sadly, I cannot. Mugi, tell me, why was the miner there? Yeah, guaranteed tower. The tower, I guess, what could have... Debu could have potentially bar barreled. No, he didn't have bar barrel. Arrows? No. He could have minored the mortar. Like, I understand what you're saying. Guaranteed, though, doesn't make sense. If you wanted to defend, you could have. Debu could have defended there. It would have been stupid if he did. But he could have. He didn't have an efficient way to stopping that mortar. But if he defended that mortar, that's when you go in with the miner. Because if he defended the mortar, he wouldn't have enough elixir to defend the miner as well. I don't know. Maybe he's just going prediction. I have no idea. It's not even a big deal. He won anyways, and right now it looks like this is going to be a great matchup. Debu using the Royal Recruits, Royal Hogs. We did see this matchup go, as long as the last card of Mugi, it is going to be Earthquake, but I just want to make sure. Let's see it. Mugi, play the Earthquake. Probably going to wait. He's low in elixir right now, so he probably won't start with this Earthquake cycle. But we saw it was a matchup I was watching Europe this morning a little bit before the stream, and it was Bale or Bale. It was Bale versus who? Bale versus someone this morning from yesterday. I was watching, and the matchup actually was the Royal Hog player was about to win, and one misplay led to, I can't remember, I think the Royal Hog player won. This matchup, it looks really heavily favored for the Royal Hog or the Earthquake Hog Bomb Tower player. Really, really heavily favored. But there is a way for you to win if you are Debu. There are ways to win. And I think one of the biggest ways to win, I guess the decks aren't the exact same. Having the Musketeer, will it make a difference? I don't know. Somehow the Musketeer gets the lock on the Flying Machine, which is huge. But right now, has nothing for these Royal Hogs. All you have to do is, if you're Debu right now, go Royal Hogs. Could you... Is that the play, though? Is that the play? No? Okay, he's going Royal Hogs. Okay, I like this play, because right now all you have is Skeleton. Okay, he gets back to the Bomb Tower. Never mind. Wasn't keeping track of the cycle. Played the Knight, got back to the Bomb Tower. Royal Hogs are useless. Maybe if you played the Royal Hogs before you played the Knight, that means the Knight would have came down, wouldn't have enough elixir for the... That's really what you have to do with this deck. So right now, what if you're Debu? You're going to defend this hopefully cleanly. Hog does get one shot, so that's really, really bad. So most likely a Bomb Tower is going to come down because you need the Bomb Tower to defend the Royal Recruits and the Zappies. Flying Machine up high, it's going to be able to kill this Bomb Tower, and right when that Bomb Tower goes down, that's when the Royal Hogs come down. And it's actually GG. GG well played, probably. Does he have Skeletons for the flying? Nope, doesn't need it. Why didn't you go Royal Hogs there? Why didn't you go Royal Hogs? Okay, maybe he's just waiting for double, triple elixir. Debu's playing the long game. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Maybe that's the right play. But seeing Mugi not have Hunter, having the Musketeer, Skeletons, I think this could be... Maybe the Fireball was bad by Debu. Instead of going Fireball on offense, going with the Royal Hogs on offense would have been a little bit better. I'm not a big fan of these Fireballs. Debu. All you gotta do, big push with the Royal Recruits, Zappies, Flying Machine. They play Bomb Tower. Bomb Tower eventually goes down by the Flying Machine if they don't defend it, or you wait till it eventually inevitably goes down, and then you go Royal Hogs. He can't stop it. Can Mugi stop that? Maybe I'm not thinking about something, but let's say even Mugi does cycle back to a Bomb Tower. That's when you Fireball. That's when you Fireball the Bomb Tower and get the tower. So right now, but now he has Bomb Tower. What is going on? Is this just bad? Maybe he just doesn't know the matchup? Because this is not how you're supposed to play this matchup. It's going to work, though. It's going to work. Flying Machine on tower. One more shot? No, doesn't get it. Wait a sec. Fireball's not enough. He does have Barb Barrel. He needs more. He needs 2 Fireballs. This is going to be Mugi's game. All he has to do is keep cycling spells. I think Mugi can get this game first. He can go Earthquake, he can go Log and Earthquake, and that's GG well played. And all he has to do is defend. As long as he can defend this perfectly, Fireball comes in, it might not happen. So this is what I want him to do before. Is he going to stop everything? Hog on defense, Skeleton as well is going to distract the Barbs. Earthquake comes in, Log comes in, that's going to be GG well played. Unless this Fireball maybe comes in first. Oh! He did it! It's not over! Oh my gosh! He did it! It was all part of the plan, just like Debu wrote it up. Oh, okay! Oh, I gotta breathe. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Holy smokes, that was a game, ladies and gentlemen. That was a game. I think Debu had that too. I think he had an okay matchup there. Didn't matter, and the end results are the same. Clutches it up, gets to 2 Fireballs before. Is there anything Mugi could have done? Did he maybe not cycle quick enough? How? What did we just see? That had to be a pixel. That log looked like it was already on the tower. How did that just happen? That's got to be the best game. That's the best game of the Bren Chong Cup. Europe, Asia combined, don't care. That's the best game of the Bren Chong Cup 2 so far. Not even close. Not even close. Not even close. That was wild. EQ's too good. Wasn't good enough in that situation. Wasn't good enough. What an ending. Said DL, man. It was, amazing. Now we know boys fireball's faster than log. Yeah, I didn't know that either. I saw the log come down and I'm like, that's GG. And then I saw the fireball. I'm like, wait. And I'm like, that fireball's looking quick. Fireball of the century. That split second keeps Debu's hope alive. And giving Debu a little bit of hope, that's scary. That's momentum. He's going to bring that into this game, this final game. Is Mugi maybe a little tilted? Is he that type of player? I don't think so. But he's also human, so maybe Mugi's thinking, wow, I made it. Oh, we're going to see a mirror matchup. We're going to see a mirror matchup. No, we're not. It's going to be, this is a great matchup for Mugi. Depending on if it's Hunter, Musketeer, or Archers, whatever the range unit of Debu is, it's going to make this matchup a little different. But right now, this is looking like a really good matchup for Mugi. It looks like it's going to be Splash Yard versus Hog EQ. We've seen these games get close, but having Bomb Tower for the Hog, because even if you go, if Debu goes in with Hog and Earthquake, that's still not enough to get through the Bomb Tower. He's going to need more. And not only that, but Mugi probably for the next Hog Rider will just activate King Tower. And as long as Mugi doesn't make a mistake, activate King Tower, activate King Tower, activate King Tower, activate King Tower. Perfect activation. Amazing. I expect nothing less from Mugi. This is GG, boys. This is most likely GG. Everyone on stream held their breath for 5 seconds. That was wild. That's a highlight. I'm so glad. Every stream I think has just led up to this moment. Has led up to that moment, and that's amazing. Let's check if Mugi dropped the log as soon as he had Elixir. That's a good point. I didn't even think about that. I would love to see it. I don't think he picked up the one flying machine shot. I think he didn't pick up the one flying machine shot. Yeah, there was a couple of misplays from Mugi. Especially with the flying machine, you're correct. But I think Debu maybe nerves are a thing. Maybe they know what's on the line. This isn't a small amount of money. $40,000. Getting one step closer to that. That's a lot of pressure. And maybe both of these players. We got Mugi, who's a star, and we got Debu, a rising star. We got. No matter where you are, $40,000 is a lot. Getting one step closer, that's meaningful. And both these players are maybe a little bit of nerves. Mugi should win. Yeah, I think so too. This should be a GG. I could win this matchup in my prime. Simple. Yo, what are you doing? Why aren't you here? Why aren't you? We need Simple. We need a little bit of Simple's Hog Rider in my life. I activate King Tower. No, he's just gonna pull it back, but that's fine. That Hog's not gonna get close. So right now it is Archers, which I think is probably the best situation for Debu. So right now, if you're Debu, what you want to do is I don't think you want to play your Archers in the same lane. Splitting your Archers might not be ridiculous, at least the first wave. How are you going to defend this graveyard? So you got to play your Archers. You're going to play it right on top. I think that's exactly where you want to do it. If you play them too far back, some of the skeletons might spawn on the bottom of the tower, and they might start stacking up. So poison comes in, but it takes a while for the Archers to die, and in the process, they do a lot of value. This matchup is going to get really, really close. Mugi can't make a mistake, but eventually there's going to get to a point where Mugi can just go graveyard, 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 graveyard. Uh-oh. No, activate King Tower, or not activate King Tower. Pull the King Tower, easy. Easy defense. And this is what he can do every single time, because right now, Knight's going on the right side. That sucks. So graveyard comes in, most likely poison as well. Tries to go with the early poison to predict the Archers, but I like what Debu's doing. He keeps mixing up his Archer placement just so that doesn't happen. So we got the Bomb Tower down for the Hog Rider. He went with the Ice Wizard as well, which he didn't need to. Maybe he did actually need to. With the Knight and the Earthquake helping out, maybe he did, but also it's going to help with this counter push. I assume a Graveyard comes in as well, because right now, both players have to put on pressure. Both players have to put on pressure. You need chip damage, and the chip damage is going to come from little bits of skeletons, like we saw right there. One little Larry on the bottom, and it's going to come down to the poison. And on the side of Debu, all you can do right now is hope Mugi makes a mistake, go with logs, and go with earthquakes. The problem is, most likely you want to save that log if you're Debu for defense against these graveyards. This looks like Mugi's got it, but we've seen this happen before. Triple Elixir comes, you think now, this is where Mugi's going to get the advantage. This is where Mugi's going to be able to get more graveyards, but also that means Debu can get more. Oh, no. Please, Tornado. Thank you. I love having that Tornado in this deck just in case you do miss that Bomb Tower, which maybe he did that on purpose. But playing the bomb tower one tile to the left, now it's not even the help with this one. Gets back to another bomb tower, but this is exactly what I said. The more graveyards, the more pressure Mugi can put on. Debu can do that as well, and we're seeing that right now. Archers come down, poison comes down as well. If somehow this Hog Rider can get on tower, it's GG. Pulls it back into the night. That's going to be most likely GG. Well played. All Mugi has to do is probably go for one more graveyard poison. He has to deal damage because right now, if he doesn't go on offense, Debu is going to potentially win this with just Earthquake, Earthquake, Earthquake. So Poison comes in. All he needs is one skeleton here, and that's GG well played. And I think he got it on the right side. That's GG well played, unless GG well played. Oh, these games are too stressful. I'm retiring. I'm retiring from casting. I don't know how Rich and Andrew do it. This is way too stressful. I can't handle it. I don't know how these players even handle this. But we're going to see Mugi going to the regional finals, the last player in this group stage. If all people need to qualify, I'm glad it's Mugi. I'm glad we're seeing him in the regional finals. I think he deserves to be there. Debu, man, he played amazing. It sucks that Debu was in a group that was so stacked. Because I think if Debu was in any of the other group stages, we'd be seeing him in the group. We would be seeing him in the regional finals. But not only that, but maybe we'd get to see this matchup a best of 5. Because I would love to see it. There's nothing more I would love to see than these players continue playing, because that is insane. Tornado's the get out of free jail card, 100%. You screw up, it's like, oh, never mind, I have a tornado. What about it? Mess up? Nah, it's all part of the plan. It's all part of the plan. That is, does log do 86? Someone fact check that. I'm going on my game right now. 72, oh, it does 72. 72, 84, I think, 72, does 72, so it wasn't enough, but still, so close. Let's say that log does hit. That's going to be 12 HP, separating, 12 HP, 12 HP. Not the best matchup, I think. Did it show the stats? I don't know if it showed the stats. I don't think it showed the stats. At least it didn't show it yet. I think the stats are going to show it's very heavily favored in Splash Yard, but I think this is going to be a good example of pros utilizing a deck maybe better than the average player, the average Joe. Being able to... Oh, you missed the bar barrel. Pandora, what? How did you miss a bar barrel on a wall breaker? Ugh. Interesting. Interesting start, Pandora. Doesn't matter. He has the Goblin Cage, so it's all good. But wow. Wow, wow, wee wow. That is... What was I even saying? What was I? Yeah, it was an example of a matchup that on paper looks like it's heavily favored for one player, but in the hands of pros, you can see exactly what Debu did, putting on pressure, getting just consistent Earthquake, Earthquake, Earthquake. Awesome defenses. Awesome defense. I think better than the offense was the defense by Debu, playing that defense, playing the archers, mixing those up. Going with that log, getting the good timing on the log, making sure the skeletons never get too much damage. A couple of lucky spawns at the end for not lucky spawns. I don't know. There's so many factors. I would have to watch that game 1,000 times to see what Debu could have done differently, a mistake he made, because looking at it, I couldn't see it. I think he played it perfectly. Putting on the pressure like he did Goblin Cage? No, goes for the Electro Spirit. Is that enough? That shouldn't be, right? One wall breaker on the right side. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. I think Mugi is nervous. I think so too. But he's human. We saw him get nervous in the World Finals, so it's continuing. Maybe that's the tragic flaw of Mugi. Everybody talked about Mugi being the best Clash Royale player, and I think I agree with that too. I think Mugi's 100% one of the best Clash Royale players I've ever seen. But nobody's perfect, and maybe the little bit of the little flaw that Mugi has is he just gets nervous under the spotlight. Can you download Twitch Clip? I think so. How do you download Twitch Clip? I think if you just click it, there should be a way to like at the bottom or something. I can check it out after. Did anybody clip that? Worst case scenario, another super close match. You got this? It sucks because if I open this, it's going to go on top of the gameplay. We'll wait till the gameplay is done, and then I will... and then I'll check out this clip. I would be very okay to see that. Okay, it's not working. Clip isn't working. I'm trying to make the clip work. Clash for Cashy-Hill, what's up, man? How you doing? Redeem drink. Xano? Thank you. I need a little bit of H2 in my life. Thank you. It got really close because Mugi missed the bomb tower pull. Yeah, and that was, he had to spend 3 extra elixir too with the tornado. That means he used both the weight. He had to use both the resources or both the defensive tools that he would love to use back and forth on each and every Hog Rider played, but he had to use 2-on-1, and that put him in a really awkward situation. And hey, I said that probably 30 seconds before. I said Debu is playing well, but it's not going to be good enough. He has to wait for Mugi to make a mistake. He made a mistake, but still it was not enough. So Mugi is not AI confirmed. I don't think so. I think he's human. Morden's the best. I totally agree with that. If we're talking about just best in Clash Royale right now, content creation and gameplay, 100%. Morden, dang, this guy, he got #1 in the world using Spell Cycle. He did like a 24-hour stream. I don't know how long he's been streaming. He's been streaming. Every time I go on Twitch, he's streaming, so he's doing something right. Not only that, YouTube videos every day. I can't do that. He's crushing it. Morden's crushing it. Not only that, great player. If we're talking about the best player right now, though, it's the best player by far, is Ruben. I don't care. It's by far. I didn't clip the 86 HP game because log wouldn't have been enough. Yeah, you don't have to clip that game. No, that's fine. It was close, but no, I just care about that second game. That second game with the fireball. I saw the Royal Hog deck that you were playing quite a lot in the Bren Chong tourney, Cash, the Magic Archer Mini P.E.K.K.A one. I saw that, the one with the Ice Golem log. I played that deck a bit at the beginning of I played it a little bit last season. I don't play that deck anymore. Man, I tried to play it because I watched one of Jose Bryan's streams and I saw him play it. I'm like, oh, this deck looks good. This deck looks easy to play. I played it. I'm like, yo, this deck sucks. I hate it. Not having a big spell. I've been playing one with Fisherman, Goblin Cage, Hunter, Electro Spirit, EQ, Royal Hogs, Royal Delivery, and the deck's broken. It's so good. All you have to do is just Earthquake. You don't even need Royal Hogs on tower. Tweet by Mugi. I broke through the qualifying, but if I don't win the championship, it's dangerous. So I'm seriously going to Clash Royale. I'm assuming what he's saying is that he qualified, and if he doesn't win the championship, he's gonna be mad. So he's going to go serious in Clash Royale. I assume that's what it means. Like, he's going to take this really seriously, which is awesome. By far, Ruben and then Elsiop. I don't know if Elsiop's #2 in my book. I think still Morden's #2. I still think Morden's my #2. If I had to say one, Mugi maybe #3. I think Mugi's probably #3. If I had to do an order right now, it's Ruben, Morden, Mugi for me. And I think I'm sticking to that until we see some more professional, until we see probably the world finals of this Bren Chong Cup. Maybe that will change, but for right now, that's my rankings, and I'm sticking to it. I think you skip school to play Bren Chong. Isn't it Sunday? Do they have school on Sunday? When are you going to stream tomorrow, Cash? I am going to stream at normal time, so 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, Latin America, Bren Chong Cup is starting tomorrow as well. So tomorrow is going to be the start. Well, there's going to be no more 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. streams, but now I'm going to stream at 2 o'clock. I'm going to stream till 4, and then at 4 o'clock, the Bren Chong Cup will start. So we'll have really long streams starting tomorrow. Probably at, how long is that? 5.5 hour streams starting tomorrow. So it's going to be wild. It's going to be really, really good. Probably before the Bren Chong Cup, I'll do a little bit of the global tourney, maybe. I just don't know what deck to play in it. Go a little bit of the global tourney, do a little bit of ladder, probably get to 6,000. I think I'm 1 game away from 6,000. Still, I've just been chilling in the top 10K range. So hopefully by the end of the season, I can just do that final last push and maybe make top 1,000. It'll be hard, but hey, it's doable. I really, truly think it's doable. Top 1,000 this season, the dream, the CRL dream. I think it's doable. I think. Canadian Bacon, love the name, man. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Cash fam. Welcome to the Bren Chong Cup. Hope you're having a good one. And this is the game. I'm pretty sure whoever wins this will be #1 in this group stage. I believe so. So right now, if Pandora does win this, which he does have the lead, and I think he has a really good matchup. We've seen this matchup once before, and it was impossible for the Goblin Giant Double Prince player. Just because Flying Machine, it's always the Flying Machine. Flying Machine gets so annoying. Sure, you can Fireball it, but it's going to cause you more harm than anything. If you Fireball the Flying Machine, then you have to deal with all the Royal Hogs and everything else. You have no tower to pull them in the middle, no bomb tower, and this is going to be a rough one. Royal Recruits get a lot of value on defense as well. Let's see if anybody can do it though. RaikiJones, we've seen him do some crazy plays, win some really hard matchups in the Bren Chong Cup too. Pandora though has been playing so well, so I can't see him making a misplay. I can't see him giving RaikiJones the opportunity to come back into it. Goes with the high bat to take out his Flying Machine, and if it does get taken out, that's going to be really, really good. Oh wait, misplay. Oh no. Misplay. Pandora, what are you doing? He misplayed the Zappies. He played it one tile to the right instead of one tile to the left. That means the Dark Prince, instead of going towards the Zappies, goes right on tower. And just like that, RaikiJones is in the lead. Wow, I keep jinxing stuff. I gotta stop speaking. I gotta stop being a caster. It seems like every time, oh, he has to make a misplay, but there's no way he's gonna do it. Oh no, is that a misplay? This is, wait, can I do that with, oh my, there's no way Kashman's gonna get $1 million. There's no way. Nothing? Nothing? No $1 million? Come on, it doesn't work both ways? That's not fair. Can you show us the ending to the second game between Mugi and Debu just to see if Mugi had the elixir to play the log earlier? Yep. Between games, I'll quickly get the clip. I have the clip here. I think it's somewhere here. Give me a sec. I'll find the clip and we can watch it really quickly between games. Eduardo, thank you so much for the follow, by the way. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Cash fam. He's just sleepy. I am very, very tired. Very, very tired. But you know what? I'm having fun. I'm going to blast. 8-Bit Smoke got wrecked by Mugi when he had hard counter, so I don't expect him to get very, very far. But I want to see Soloman do good. I agree with that. I really wanted to see Soloman do well. Even though Pandora did make that mistake and the lead shifted, it looks like Pandora is going to lock this up with a key. Great Prince, great timing, but how are you going to deal with this push? So Zap probably comes in. Yep, Zap on, where's the Zap on offense? Oh no, he doesn't have Zap. What am I saying? He only has Fireball. So really, really solid defense by RaikiJones. And maybe, I can see Pandora trying to overcommit to take this tower on the left side. Potentially could lose this match. Potentially. If you can go Goblin Giant at the bridge here, no, it wouldn't even get on tower. That's going to be GG, well played. I was trying to think of a way Raiki could get on tower, but right now, Subdora had the advantage, had the Fireball as well. So if there was a spell cycle off, I think Subdora had a big enough lead where he would have won no matter what. RaikiJones needed to get something on tower, but if, let's say, he did go Goblin Giant at the bridge, it wouldn't have been enough. Just having the Zappies to slow it down, it just wouldn't get to the tower in time. GG, well played. Let's go with Hog on defense. Skeleton as well is going to distract the Barbs. The Earthquake comes in, Log comes in. That's going to be GG, well played. Unless this Fireball maybe comes in first. Oh! He did it! Log comes in. That's going to be GG, well played. Unless this Fireball... So he has Log in hand right now. He has Log in hand right now. How long does it take for your card to get into your hand? Maybe comes in first. Okay, that seemed pretty instant. So he had to play the Skeletons. Comes in, Log comes in. He plays Skeletons. And then now he probably has Log in hand, and it seems pretty instant. Then he goes Log, Fireball. That's so cool. So like, if you notice what he did, he played it right here. He played the Fireball right here on the corner. The reason why is it takes less time for the Fireball to travel to this tile compared to this tile or this tile or this tile or this tile. Because he played it on the top left tile, that means it got there as soon as physically possible, and that microsecond was probably the reason why he won. There's so much happening in this one small little clip that is awesome. It's art. This is amazing. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. So I don't think we're done for today. We still have one more match, right? We have one more match between Rad and Smoke. One more match between Rad and Smoke and Mugi. It's crazy to see that Mugi's 5-2 and almost didn't qualify. 5-2. I'm pretty sure Elsiop got #1 in Group B, being 5-2. He got #1. Mugi almost didn't qualify with 5-2. Almost. So last game will be Rad and Smoke. Oh, $40,000 I'd spend on Clash Royale gems using code CASH. I would love nothing more than that. But first, I gotta get the code. First, we gotta get the code CASH for us. We gotta do it. Hopefully soon. 8-Bit Smoke. Is he using my deck? No, he has Skeletons. It could be though. It could be Fisherman. No, not Fisherman. What does this deck usually have? It has Spear Goblins, Hunter, Goblin Cage, Log. Is he using Magic Archer? Magic Archer EQ, last two cards. Magic Archer EQ, potentially. 8-Bit Smoke rocking the Jose Bryant deck with a twist. I like it. I like it. Pandora, Egor, Raki, and Mugi. If the top 4 was anybody other than that, I'm glad. Let's say I'm glad. Oh, it's Rad's using the deck, I thought. The first deck with the Fisherman, Goblin Cage, Hunter. This is the deck I use. This is my ladder deck. Except instead of Rad's using my ladder deck, except instead of Spear Goblins, I use Firecracker, which maybe I should make the change. I find Firecracker is a little bit more annoying. I like the Firecracker. I play a lot of Lava Hound on ladder, so the Firecracker really helps with dealing with the barbs. It can almost act as a win condition. So Royal Hogs, this is really, really cool. So the last 2 cards for 8-bit Smoke, if I had to predict, I would say Earthquake and Magic Archer, and Rad last card is Earthquake. So right now, off to a really good start as Smoke. Also has a little bit of a quicker cycle. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. 1 Royal Hog push on the right side already takes the lead back for Rad. These are like 2 of my decks. This is super cool to watch. Top 4 is already set. Yeah, top 4 is already set. Already set. 0-7, I'm calling it. I would love to see Smoke get 1 win. I don't want to see Smoke go 0-. I don't want to see it. I really don't want to see it. I don't even think Rad deserves to have the record he has either. But you know what? I guess that's just how the game works. Someone's got to win. Someone's got to lose. Hey, last game, Smoke. I'm leaving. Then thanks for the stream. Yo, Red Lotus. I love, man. Much love. Much love. Hope you have a good one. Hope you have a good day. Oh my, 3M. Oh, I was not expecting that. You know what? Respect to Smoke. This is going to be the first time we're seeing 3M. I don't know if we saw it on the European side. I haven't watched all the games. I have to ask Rich. But this is the first time we're seeing 3M in the Asian side. And you know what? Shout out. Shout out. That's amazing. Awesome. Awesome. I was really it makes sense. Sure. The last card's probably going to be Fireball then for Smoke, not Earthquake. It could be Earthquake, but most likely it's going to be Fireball. This isn't a bad matchup at all. If you look at Rad doesn't have a big spell. He does have the Royal Delivery, but that's not even perfect at dealing with these the Musketeers. So Royal Delivery probably coming on the left side. Yeah, Royal Delivery coming in. It's going to be a really clean defense. Royal Hogs come in for Rad. Fireball comes in. I'm surprised Smoke hasn't used. So the reason I thought maybe it was Earthquake is because there was a lot of chances where he could have used Fireball, and he didn't. So it's weird against a Royal Hog deck waiting till 1 minute and 40 seconds left in the game to go with a Fireball. Weird, but you know what? Maybe he decided he wanted the units instead. Just going with the Hunter, going with whatever the reason was. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I think we're going to see Rad be able to clutch this up on defense. He's doing a really good job controlling the defense and also getting a little bit of a counter push. He can start going with a little bit of Earthquake cycle. Is it too early? I don't think so. Yeah, so the first Earthquake comes in. All he needs is a little bit more. This could get awkward. It's a good situation for Rad, but 3 Musketeers can do 3 Musketeer things. So Royal Delivery comes in on the right side, really good timing. Nothing was tanking for the Musketeer, so the Royal Delivery came down, and then the Musketeer got shot by the Princess Tower. We got the Hunter coming in on the right side to defend these Royal Hogs. 2 Hogs on tower. That's gonna be GG. That's gonna be well played. Rad, he's gonna win this. Oh, whoa. What if Royal Hogs come down and Fireball comes down? So Fireball comes down. That's not gonna be enough. You gotta go Royal Hogs too. What's going on? I guess he had to defend. GG, well played. Rad takes that game. And honestly, shout out to Smoke for using 3M. Still awesome. Hella respect for that, bro. Yo, hella respect. All the respect. 3M and Bren Chong Cup too. Is it a Bren Chong Cup without a little 3M action? I don't think so. Will Smoke even get 1 win? Well, I guess we'll see now. Roman's Life, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Kashman. How are you doing today? Happy Sunday. Last match for Smoke. Let's hope he wins. I would love to see him win. EQ still broken? Yeah, I agree. Okay, is Earthquake broken? You can make an argument. I just don't think Earthquake's the card. I don't think the Earthquake, the reality of the Earthquake is what the card's intention was supposed to be. The Earthquake now is used as a win condition. Like, you didn't see the Earthquake used there ever to stop the tower. I don't. Okay, so like, what would you? The only purpose of the Earthquake, it's not to deal. I guess you could use it to deal with skeletons or spear goblins. But other than that, it's supposed to be used for buildings. Well, it doesn't even deal with a lot of buildings. It doesn't deal enough damage to buildings to deal with them. If you play it against an Expo, it only deals with half the Expo. And for a spell that's 3 elixir, there's still half an Expo, so that's 3 elixir. It's almost an even trade at that point, which is really, really bad. If you go Hog Rider and Earthquake, so 7 elixir against a Bomb Tower, which is 4, it still doesn't do enough. So the spell that's supposed to be able to deal with buildings doesn't even deal with buildings. But it's still being played. Why is it being played? It's because it's a win condition. People just don't care about the buildings. They don't care about breaking the Goblin Cage. They don't care about dealing damage to the Bomb Tower because it doesn't matter. What matters is damage to the Princess Tower, and that's what people do. Just defend, Earthquake cycle. Earthquake. And that's why spell cycles slowly became relevant again. Whoa, this is a really good matchup. This is a really, really good matchup. We got Lava Clone coming out for Rad, and we got 3M again. 3M, there's no big spell on this on the side for Rad, so all Smoke has to do is just play all of his 3 Musketeers. He doesn't have to do it now, but next time, he has to play all 3 Musketeers on one lane. He can play them all in the same lane as the Lava Hound, and it's an auto win. It's an auto win. So at least this is going to get tied up. We're going to go 1 apiece, and we're going to go to game 3. I love that. Hale, what's up, man? How you doing? Good morning. Good morning, Kashman. Good morning to you as well. How are you doing? Little Chewbacca cheers. What day of the tournament is this? This is day number 8. Day number 8. This is going to be the last day of the Asia regional, or the group stage. Next for Asia will be the regional finals, the elimination bracket. And then starting tomorrow, we actually have the other regions. We have European side getting the last day of the European side stream live on Rich Slayton's channel, which you can check here. Rich Slayton's channel, YouTube channel, all of my past streams, everything Bren Chong Cup, his live streams, my past streams, his past streams, all are found there on Rich Slayton's channel. Definitely check it out. He's got just great glasses, great commentary, great voice. He looks a little tired though. Yo, next time if you guys go to Rich Slayton's stream, tell him to get a little bit of shut-eye. He's looking tired. Maybe he's just stressed. Maybe he's stressed. Maybe he's stressed after casting. Maybe that's what I'm gonna look like after casting all these Mugi games and everything. But yeah, check him out. Definitely check them out. It's everything Bren Chong. If you missed anything from Asia, Europe, anything at all, or if you even just want to watch the last day of Europe, today at 4 p.m., it's all on that channel. And then starting tomorrow, we got the North American side starting at 12 at noon, I believe. I believe it's noon. At noon, you will be able to watch the North American side on Rich Slayton's channel, and then at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you will be able to watch the Latin American side on this channel right here. So that starts tomorrow. So the Bren Chong Cup just keeps continuing, just keeps going on and on and on and on, just like the champions, because we are the champions. Okay, well, who saw this coming? 8-Bit Smoke's gonna win with a hard counter. Who saw that coming? I didn't see that coming. Yo, Derv Champ, Smoke has hard counter. This is the biggest understatement I've ever heard. This being a hard counter doesn't give enough justice. This is 100-0. If you lose this, you are a potato. My dog could have won that matchup. All you have to do is play 3 Musketeers in one lane and you just win. You have so many answers. Having 3 Musketeers and Hunter and your opponent having no way to deal with them is the easiest matchup you're ever going to get in Clash Royale. That is the best matchup in the entire tournament, by far. NA's 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time? Wait, what? I thought it was at noon. I'm pretty sure in our schedule it's at noon. It's at 2 p.m.? Well, you're participating, so I assume you know. How did Smoke lose this matchup? What? No, Smoke didn't lose that matchup. There's no way. Yo, Fabrice? Yo, what's up, man? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. I want to see the stats, please. When will the elimination bracket be for Asia? I don't know for sure, but someone said that it was going to happen in February 13th. So that's almost a month from now, which seems really far away, but we'll see. I don't think it I think it should be like 2 weeks from now, but we'll see what happens. What's up, Cash? Very busy with work this morning, but managed to catch Mugi and Egor live. Yo, did you? That was wild. The Electro Spirit from Mugi at the end there was legit. If you want to watch a game, though, Pyro, I don't know if you watched it, Mugi and Debu played. Whoever won was going to get qualified for the next round. I don't want to say who it was. If you haven't watched that game, check that game out. It was by far the best Clash Royale, best match, best stat, best everything of the tournament. If you thought Mugi and Egor was good, this is 10,000 times better. 99 to 1. Man, that matchup, I'm going to search up that matchup and see what it was. I think that matchup was even bigger. Let's go with Royal API. That matchup had to be 1,000 to 100-0. 8-bit. Okay, and it was, give me a sec. So that matchup is... it actually says 100-0. It actually says 100-0. I think the reason why it's small sample size, it says it says out of the 8 matches played, nobody's ever won. That matchup is literally unwinnable. Nobody's ever won it according to Royal API. That's so funny. That's amazing. That's amazing. Shikari, yo, what's up, Shark? How you doing? Thanks for the Shark raid. How was the stream today? Clash Royale, Rocket League, both? How was it? Smoke OP barely wins with hard counter. I wouldn't call that barely win. That was a pretty easy win, guys. Pretty easy win. Ved the Great, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Kashman. How you doing today, man? How you doing? We got a little. I was gonna say P.E.K.K.A bridge spam, but oh no, it's not. It's just gonna be bridge spam. We got the cannon cart. There's gonna be no big spell most likely for Rad. No, he already played cannon cart. What's the? He has both of his air. Maybe fireball coming. Maybe the last card for Rad is fireball. And then 8-bit smoke going with Splash Yard. We've seen this deck a lot. This deck is solid. And in this matchup, he doesn't have Bomb Tower, which I think is a little bit better in this matchup. Having the cage is still really, really good. You can get a lot of value. Not only that, if you play it in the right spot on defense, you can defend both the left and the right side. So right now, looking at the resources Smoke has, as long as Rad's last card isn't poison, I think Smoke wins this. And that'd be awesome. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Never mind. Royal Ghost on Tower. Okay, that's GG. Never mind. What just happened? What just happened? Did he not have a knight? When did he play his knight? Oh, that's hilarious. Never mind. The last card was the Mama Witch. Oh, no. The Mama Witch is going to have more wins than Smoke. The Mama Witch. You know what? Seeing the Mama Witch win, not awful. At least the Mama Witch is going to have a 33% win rate in the Bren Chong Cup. We saw it played twice before this, lost both times. We're going to see the Mama Witch actually hard counter. Mama Witch is not good. Really, really bad. But it's really good against one card, being the Graveyard. It's good against spam or swarm units, but it's extra good against the Graveyard. Just being able to hit all these skeletons. Look at all these hogs. Just make them. The Magic Archer is really, really getting in the way of the Mother Witch doing her work. She only was able to get 2 hogs out of that entire Graveyard. Well, GG, well played. Rad is going to take that. I don't know how Rad predicted I don't know how Rad predicted the Splash Yard. Maybe. Okay, let's talk about this for a sec. I want to go back 1 second. So I brought this up. I was rewatching one of my streams because I was looking at footage, and I remember me saying, what's good against Splash Yard, or someone asked what's good against Splash Yard, and I said, oh, it's Lava Hound with Inferno Dragon. Inferno Dragon's really, really hard. Well, 8-bit Smoke banned Inferno Dragon. So you think Rad's thinking, okay, you ban the card Inferno Dragon. Why would you ban it? Okay, nobody plays Golem, so you're probably going to play the card that Inferno Dragon's good against, Splash Yard. And that's what 8-bit Smoke did. Is that a little bit of inexperience coming in? Is that too much predictability on the side of 8-bit Smoke? Maybe, because I noticed it. If I noticed it, definitely Rad noticed it. A CRL Pro for multiple years, yeah, probably noticed it. So that's, I think, a big misplay by 8-bit Smoke. I know you're looking at that and being like, oh yeah, that's how did Rad know to play Mother Witch? What a genius! Pfft. It was obvious. It was obvious. That was bad. That was a bad way to end the day for Smoke. Not only does he go winless, but I think that's a little bit of a, maybe he didn't care at that point, but I think that was a very obvious deck selection from Smoke, and Rad predicted it to a T, and really predicted it to a T. That's funny. I wish that game went a little longer so we could see the Mother Witch in action. We didn't get to see Smoke's victory photo. Yeah, well, yeah, you're right. He banned Inferno Dragon last game, though. Oh, did he? Maybe that makes, yeah, maybe I overthought that then. Maybe I overthought that. I'm just trying to think of why Rad would have used Mother Witch. The only way Rad would use Mother Witch is if he assumed the opponent was going to play Graveyard. But if he thought his opponent was going to play Graveyard and didn't play it last game, why would he think he was going to play it again? I don't know. Maybe he just got lucky. He probably just got lucky. You know what? Maybe I'm giving Rad a little too much credit. What was his victory pose? I guess we'll never know. We'll have to wait until the Bren Chong Cup 3. We'll have to wait. Sadly, that is going to be the end of... That's his victory pose. I think that's his victory pose. Oh my god, that's hilarious. That's so funny. Well, ask and you shall receive, because that was the victory pose. I guess we are not going to have to wait till the Bren Chong Cup 3. We're going to see it now. That was the victory pose. At least we get to see it. GG's to everybody in this group. GG's to this entire regional bracket, or the regional group stage. It was some of the best Clash Royale I've ever seen. Man, that was so funny. What the frig, Revol? I don't know if it's Revol. It might have been just the production team. I don't know. Hey, the people were asking for it, so... perfect timed moments. That was way too perfect. I think I just finished saying we were going to have to wait till the Bren Chong Cup 3 to see it. And then all of a sudden, it's just there. And it's like, oh, never mind. We get to see it. There it is. That's savage. But you know what? That's funny. That's hilarious. So Pandora, I'm not surprised. He went undefeated the first day. Keeps his reign of supremacy going. And today, Egor went from being in 4th to 2nd, so he moves up. Mugi was in 3rd. He went down to 4th. RaikiJones was in 2nd, moved down to 3rd. Pretty much exactly what we expected for those guys. All those top 1 to 4, we kind of expected those players to go in. I think the biggest kind of, what is it called? Some diamond in the rough was Debu. I think Debu, the fact that he's not in the next stage really sucks. I think Debu played really, really well. And if he was in any other group, he probably would be going to the regional finals. But someone's got to win, someone's got to lose, someone's got to sing the blues. And today that's going to be Debu. But a lot of positives there. I'm excited to see what he does in CRL 2021 this season. And yeah, that's the end for the group stage. Now we're just going to the big money. We're going to the regional finals. And I can't wait till that starts. I wish it starts tomorrow, but instead tomorrow we're getting something else. We're gonna get the Latin American side starting up. It's gonna be awesome. F for Smoke, man. I don't think Smoke deserves the hate. Sure, he didn't win, but he played well. He played well, man. He played really, really well. He just made a couple of mistakes, and he's human. Everybody's human. It was his first time in the big scene. He made mistakes.
Bren Chong Cup is back with an incomparable prize pool of $40,000 and open to everyone.
This was from Mugi and Debu. Wow, that was a while. That prediction was from a while ago.
Asia,
Mugi
Latin
did win.
America,
Everybody
and
predicted
Europe,
that.
and
I did
also
not see
in
that coming
4
at the
stages.
end.
The second will be the regional group.
Okay, we've listened to this already. Yeah, poor Smoke. Yeah, really, really bad. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. That was probably the best day of the entire group stage of the Asia region. That was amazing. The gameplay, if you missed it, definitely go check out. I think my favorite game was Mugi and the Debu game, but also Mugi and Egor. The first game was really, really good as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you guys enjoyed, make sure you check out Rich Sladen's channel, because that's where all the past days are going to be. If you're behind or if you missed a couple of days, well, you can find it all on Rich Sladen's channel. You can find the European side as well, which is going to be casted in 6 hours from now. 6 hours from now, Rich Sladen will be going live, casting the last day of the EU side. And if it's anything like today, it's going to be good. It's going to be, my hot take is it's going to be good. And then starting tomorrow, we will be streaming, Rich Sladen will be streaming the North American side of the Bren Chong Cup group stage, and I will be streaming the Latin American side. So get ready for that, because there's going to be a lot more Bren Chong Cup too, and I'm very, very excited for what to come.